Can he make a move off the backside of
He's
that?
committing, and that sets up Danby. It's a perfect crunch. Nongshim had a plan in mind, executing it to perfection.
Breaking the crosshair placement here, forcing G2 to react to a bold play from Francis. As if they're able to stabilize pretty quickly off of what felt like a one-sided affair for the opening 5 rounds at least. G2 up against it in terms of the finances once more. We see investment here probably to try and capitalize on the pit if they can get themselves into a post-plant situation. I got to say it again, Francis coming alive towards the back end of this series.
Yeah, big credit to him considering map 1 just felt like he wasn't able to get the ball rolling at all. Now a very direct approach. It's RB on the receiving end. Decides to get out of dodge, which, well, I say that. He's gone back in. He never really left. He's still here.
Faked the TP the second time. Just insane.
He faked me out.
I thought he'd gone back to default. What a play, man.
Watch this. They had no idea. Oh, it's marvelous from RB.
Nice! Let's go.
Just like that, they're 1 round to the good here. The first half
Calma,
was split.
pô.
Already noted, pit and divide here didn't even become a factor in the previous, so G2 still another chance to rely. Francis though on the operator now. Bit of a curveball in terms of the tempo here. Some of these early points of contention. Look at Nongshim walking all the way in.
Fowler's gonna find it though. Do they really want to continue the fight? No, G2 don't like that at all. Something doesn't feel right. They've got great progress towards middle. They don't need to bank on it, but it does make it feel one-dimensional. Doesn't make you feel safe in a post-plant, so their eyes turn towards the A site. You can already see Francis preparing himself. That operator is waiting.
And he's actually got the lighter side of the setup as well. In terms of this split.
Oh, Baby Bay!
Ivy!
Just falling like flies here. Ivy holding that push-up, reading the intention, and Francis gets out of dodge. How is he alive? You can't get away from him. Omnipresent in the round. Sure thought he got a new lease of life there. Certainly not the case, is now going to spot Valen out. Probably reading the trends not too far away either.
And
30 seconds left.
30 seconds left to work with here. Alan and Trent looking to get back into vents as Nongshim breathing down their necks.
Yeah, they're on the run. Might be able to get a plant, but a 2v4.
Can you stabilize? Yeah, to really contest Nongshim.
They're close as well.
Timing on the plant is awkward for G2.
Yeah, they're close up towards heaven. Trent's going to need a bailout. Big first pick, though. Paranoia, stunning.
Yes.
It's got both of them. G2 have to fall towards Pillar. Try and find a corner to play from, but RB is ready with Francis, who's had impact this round. You said it. We've seen it. Nongshim starting to find their form here in map 3.
Again, I'm just concerned for the back end of this first half now. I mean, Jorgamo is absolutely lost inside that orb, but I mean, look how clean this is from Francis.
Yep.
And the final 2 will force a timeout here from G2. They're now 2 behind. And still sitting on some of these ultimates, but like I said, I haven't really come to a position where G2 comfortably, in terms of the initial plan, can get themselves onto site. So certainly for me, the Coinbase win condition has to be around finding this investment and sticking the landing. They're kind of getting lost a little bit in the early and mid round in terms of that back and forth exchange back over towards the site.
Yeah, it just feels like a death funnel.
Absolutely.
Every time they try and get that stability on
Those choke
site.
points.
Those crossfires, just...
It's brutal.
It really is. It really, really is. And for G2, it's a hard conversation to have because you don't have many rounds to play with now. You don't really have the buy behind it. You haven't had much time to really, as you said, bring those ults into position. Those Coinbase win conditions, passing them by, Michael.
Really are. A string of rounds now. Nongshim to get up to 6. Definitely back in the driving seat. Almost a little reclined, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what you got here. This is 5 rounds in succession for Nongshim, and it's looked solid. Looks like they've got really that great read on G2, and Francis's confidence just seems to get more and more happy to take a risk here. Has his way out, and he finds the target. Babybay trying to back himself in the fight. But now they go to the strongest side of the map. There's 3 players here.
Being manipulated once more. 3 Stingers and a Sheriff. No chance to retrieve the weapon just yet. Actually, Danby already curious. You can see him shouldering here, has a Prowler that will identify G2's whereabouts. Vi going to go up here, maybe cause some issues, but the reveal's perfect from Exros.
Exros has been just such a little X factor to really finding value. Danby keeping him out, keeping him somewhat humbled, setting up Exros again. This guy's still firing. And just look at what he could do to them. They're left in pieces. 4 players alive for Nongshim. They look unfazed by G2.
Round 12 could be everything for Nongshim in terms of securing such a comfortable advantage here. Francis, again, just on a solo endeavor as well. Talk about paying too much respect with a player slipping so deep on mid. Catching a freebie like that.
And I'll let you have it, Corrode, call it the Danby show. This one, it's Francis, it's Exros. They are having their time in the sun. That could turn on the second half, but already, okay, I guess he wants the show to be back on. Danby finally dealt with by Leaf, but still there's problems in this. That Spike is trying to get away from that side of the map. Francis now played back in, gonna take his way out, expecting it to end on that B hit.
TP back out here. Babybay looking to go a little deeper towards Vents here and does make it work with the judge.
Well, that isolates Ivy. But does G2 read that? Because looking where that spike's heading, it's slowly back towards B. Francis is still here. And look at his curiosity.
Francis is going forwards as well.
Yeah, which might be almost a misread for RB because they see no contact towards B main, but by this point, they've also not seen anything towards Heaven. It feels a bit bizarre. G2 pausing up towards Heaven. And Francis.
Oh, if he catches Babybay, maybe. Let's cross back out of Vents. I mean, he's going to hear this.
My God.
Oh my God.
Francis, he could be the absolute end of this. And he just needs to back away. He actually goes back for more. He didn't even need to. He'd done enough to bring it to this 2v2. Ivy and RB now bringing themselves back towards the B side. Babybay and Valen. Love a plant here.
Still got Paranoia here, and Ivy actually going to catch Babybay. The spam not connecting for RB, though.
Paranoia. Valen's going to get caught here. Can he be the one to give G2 just a dash of hope?
Just brutal once more from Nongshim. Will secure 8 on the half. The G2 left trailing, scrambling for answers. In a lot of these rounds, a tough setup now for the second half. G2 have to find a way to fight back.
Imagine J2 lost. I'd actually be surprised. Is Nongshim really? Nongshim.
8-4, Mike. Nongshim, you thought after map 1 this could have been a worry, right? You were thinking, oh, maybe it was a flash in the pan. They can't do it against the likes of G2. But then from map 2 to map 3, it's all starting to become a reality. As G2 look a little stressed in this one now.
Yeah, they do. You can see it on the faces of the players. 7 rounds here from Nongshim in succession. Francis taking control alongside Exros of this deciding map.
But this is the half where I'm scared of Dambi.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I'm terrified of what he can do. Oh dear. Because again, you got to give credit in my mind to Exros, to the rest of the team who've been setting up.
I mean,
RB,
even RB,
Francis.
like it's 5 kills, but his ability to anchor the B site
was great.
Was perfect, time and time again. It's only really on the anti-eco where he gets shut down in the smoke where he fell short, but absolutely did his job. Ivy catching crucial kills in terms of the other side of the map as well. Everything aligning here for Nongshim. An uphill battle for G2. Got to start with a pistol here. With a conversion string together again. Not had the benefit of the finances. So another scoreline deficit. Not boding well at all for them.
And you can see how deep G2 are trying to hold this A site as well. Completely giving up heaven control. Babybay's eyes turn towards it. But it's a very passive hold, potentially expecting this explosive approach from Dambi. And it's a right read, it's a really good call, but can you still handle it? Ivy, oh, you may know what's coming. It doesn't mean you can stop it. Nongshim again, just vicious in approach.
So Francis should catch. It's actually Ivy to clean up with a third. Last player, Jorgamo, to find to prevent a flawless, and he does. That's about it, Ivy. 4 with the Sheriff here, but Nongshim on 9.
All smiles, Mike, I can see it. They know what they're doing to them. And it's that great feeling of, look, they've tried to prepare, they've tried to be ready for what we're about to do. Doesn't make a blind bit of difference.
This is one of those situations where you could prep all you like, and it's an any given Sunday affair.
Really
they show up and they frag out like this. There's very little you can do to stop a team like Nongshim.
Buys in
pretty,
G2.
I was going to say frugal on the side of Nongshim, but you're right. Buckies and Stingers. Can Nongshim identify this early enough?
They haven't really relented, Nongshim. They don't really care. It's Valen trying to put up a bit of a fight here. Denies the first, and actually Leaf on the follow-up. That's better. Dambi's the one to at least get it back in towards some sort of safety, recover the Bulldog, and then maybe get the plant back on board. That is a great
now Ivy's got it, yeah.
Okay, but again, 4v3. Nice approach on the site. Good trade for Leaf. They're chipping away at them, and they have the numbers game here. But it's down to the rifles. That's the scary part. Stingers on the other side. A Bucky with Leaf. A wide swing. Putting Ivy on notice. Oh my God, he's trying to play the time. Oh, what is that shot? And he's got to do it again. Trent's got him dead. Not done yet, G2.
Holy hell. Ivy just stood there with a snake bite in hand. Trying to play the timing, but Trent on the cleanup. The investment here from G2 pays off. Leaf with a great catch. With just a classic, I believe.
A lovely little reveal with it too. Okay. Yes! I mean, let's go. It was pretty much on the line in that round, it felt like. And it's certainly not stabilized the purchase, but they will come out in a better position from it. I'm seeing a hero rifle with Ivy.
The hero Bucky. Oh no, RB fancying a bit of that.
Why not? Give it a go. You got a couple rounds to play with, not too many. If they can keep G2 under the thumb, that is going to be an issue. Prowler going to find deep contact. And it is all deep on B main right now.
The orb should be fairly indicative of intent here from Nongshim. It'll be slightly delayed on the back of a little bit of utility invested towards the site. Valen going to be under a ton of pressure.
Yeah, luckily he's got some help here. Dambi, just brutal, but it's Leaf to not give a damn about it. 1v2. Jaw's got a judge and Babybay's got a stinger.
Nice
Ivy outguns them. And has he read it? Oh, he's got no idea. None the wiser.
Bait and switch off the audio is beautiful from G2, Lauren.
That's that synergy we want to be seeing. They've weathered the first real hurdle there, but the buy's back in for Nongshim.
Leaf just one away from the pit now.
It's revealed.
Huge reveal, yeah.
They've been exceptionally good. Oh, thank God for Leaf there, though.
This year it looked like Danby was going to string together a couple. He's back on the judge again.
Shocker.
See on the other side, Ivy already with the pit in hand. Chance to set Danby in motion. Not that he needs a pit to really shine with the judge, but Valen's been under a ton of pressure previously, and that's not going to let up just yet, but stands up here.
Yeah, incredible work actually to be able to deal with that front line. Yes, we'll get traded out, but he's still done good damage and give them a numbers game to the good. Player up, leaving Exros, RB, and Francis trying to brute force this B site again. No flank, no lurk. It's all very direct in approach here. G2's patience gonna put Nongshim under pressure. Francis, sharp today. Gonna get an opportunity on Baby Bay, but it's RB to get absolutely bamboozled. Leaf for the punish, and G2 bringing it back now.
Up to 7, we're within 2 very quickly here. And a chance, finally, what it feels like since map 1, to stabilize the finances. Danby just, I mean, even Valen on the retreat there, it's still a beautiful catch. Yeah, looking a little linear in terms of the approach early on here for Nongshim.
Let's go!
G2 win out massively in terms of the tempo, in terms of stripping away maybe some of that confidence on the side of Nongshim. First ult cycle, we talked about the pit being available on both sides now. Nightfall for Trent, Valen just one away from the divide. Danby already has his in hand. Actually, Exros also just one away from the Nightfall. Now top of the board for Nongshim, by the way.
Yeah, no, which is brilliant to see. He has been certainly in contention the whole time with Francis, those two going back and forth. But I'd like to see some depth to Nongshim here. As I said, it felt way too direct, almost too stubborn to give up on that B approach.
Maybe relying on winning out these engagements, because the first half was pretty one-sided in terms of the firefighting at least. But I mean, G2 should read this as an adjustment towards mid or A. Whether or not there's a plan in place to capitalize outside B, we'll have to wait and see.
For me though, I want to put a lot of credit towards Valen in this, considering he's been dealing with that majority of that B hit. He's done really well. Don't get me wrong, Trent's been great with the reveals and support too.
Similar to what we're talking about with RB in the first half, right?
Yes.
Get a kill, slow it down a little bit.
And it is the correct read so far, at least for the strong side of the map for G2.
Both sides actually covered here. The mid going to be covered by the pit of Leaf, and they're well equipped to handle this adjustment, the audible call towards A.
Slowing down Danby, quite literally. Something they can bank on. I don't think the Prowler connected to either player close by as well.
This is not good though.
No, they've slipped the pit.
I mean, Baby Bay's playing deep.
Feels like it's been relayed. There's a chance that this has happened. But it does cut off rotations.
It does, yeah.
She's very behind the wheel, but can Nongshim even identify that? They've made it through this far, and it's probably put a couple of question marks. And they're very much at the door. They are with Stingers, they are with Buckies. It's still not a great buy. But that's not really stopped them yet.
I mean, a smoke here causes major issues for Valen. And the fact that Jorgmo's on the judge and tucked into sight.
Okay, can Valen once again live here? Jor doing the dance, and he is going to be coming out on top in this one, keeping them at arm's length. Trent will do the two-step with Ivy. There's Exros, not able to scale in here. Very diligent from G2, very disciplined from G2. That is what the doctor ordered. Don't allow him in the door. Don't lose that discipline. Get back up to 8.
Valen to shine once more. Again, because Jorgmo tucking into sight. The judge here is actually pretty risky. Valen goes completely unchecked on the drop from heaven.
Absolutely stellar work from Valen.
4 in a row for G2. One more to tie things up. Nongshim, rinse and repeat. Babybay able to slow things down here as counter util, but this time around, this is Gatch. Dambi's ahead of it.
Yeah, Dambi now let off the leash. This is where the problems begin. If he gets to play his game with Francis slicing through middle. It leaves just two alive. Valen, the backbone in some of these rounds, now stands basically against 5 players.
Where's your anchoring now? Valen has to go huge to make this doable in a 2v5.
And they're looking to punish Trent.
Yeah.
He can get one. Oh my God, he could have gotten more, but he does only get one. And now does that then turn their attention? Or do they bullishly work their way forward? Valen doesn't know it. Now he does! Peekaboo from Dambi. And that's all it takes.
Second approach towards A. Just that slight adjustment on the timing early on from Dambi. Beautiful learning on the fly from them. And Francis, I mean, another situation where he's just teed up. Doesn't even need to transfer this time. The response found double digits for Nongshim.
Needed that one though. Felt like they were in a bit of a drought. Felt like the build back was certainly happening, and G2 still within touching distance. Don't think they're not. And the battle in middle begins, and already Dambi once again dealt with. Difference coming in the form of Leaf this time. Follow-up found as well. Looking out of sorts here.
Really off timing in terms of the paranoia. You can see nobody's affected until Dambi's fully dead. Maybe relying a little too much on that early utility, the flash and the stun. Still 3 players for Nongshim. Alive and kicking, very healthy, but the full force of G2 on the other side.
Solid, shouldering this deeper by stairs. Valen needs to be careful not get caught out in case he steps too far. I don't know if he got seen.
Exos
it looks like
posted,
Exos is on it. So now he should be on red alert, considering he got contact over towards Leaf. Spins around, but he is already seen, right? That was the issue there. Jaw now going to be called into attention as well. Nongshim not particularly afraid, but caution being aired here. Valen does get outdone. Leaf on 3 as RB, the last remaining Bastion, but that spike being where it is a problem. 2 players waiting. Oh, quick grab on that. All right, fast hands, but you got to be fast on that trigger if you want a chance in this seized and held G2. Banking on Leaf for a bit of brilliance, but he's got him there. And that felt like a little bit of a misstep.
Yeah, the timing here, you can see the paranoia just landing as Leaf catches the headshot, and then he's teed up for Francis, right? Issue being, Dambi can't succeed on some of these pacier hits. Nobody can really go alongside him. Where the fault maybe of over-reliance on Dambi delivering there with the judge. So, I mean, let's be honest, before we found 3 in a similar situation, certainly expect him to deliver again there if the paranoia does connect. Spam back to this orb, but nobody on G2 willing to greet that. Jorgamo a little curious towards B main.
I like the space taking. Good reaction. RB is on the case. This has been his complete area of control, but he's gone down. So the reactive play from Nongshim wants to go towards heaven, but then you've got Valen here. You've got Leaf deep on CT. You don't even have B main control. So surely you can't go that way. Are they trying to fake this? They absolutely are. Gonna maybe set something up towards his A side, but look at the passive hold from G2.
Babybay will be identified here. Yeah, able to recall back out. But it gives Dambi an opportunity to backfill that space now, get posted up close and personal with the judge.
Trying to hold that CT space. Here come all the ults, putting everything on the line. They look for the fight back through CT, but they flood out through heaven. This is nice. But they still need to clear the pit. Babybay going to be put to work here. Can he find him in time? Leaf's got one. Babybay brilliant, clearing out, but Dambi back into the case, back into action, back doing work. Diffuse is going to be perfectly fine in the end. Numbers sitting secure for G2, who've made it back up all even.
Instantaneous response here from G2. No hesitation about the plan. The Divide just cutting off the backside of this pit. Not even sure how those first 2 kills even came to be.
Yeah. This is a really resilient showing from G2. I have to say it as well. Overall, after that first half, I was concerned. I was worried they might have been a little bit out of it, dazed and confused. But there is quality.
Back in this position where we're almost questioning some of the depth in approach here for Nongshim. G2, like I said, in terms of the war of attrition, they are out on top in a few of these pacier, hyper-aggressive takes.
Trent might be caught on a bit of an awkward timing here. Does get towards CT, and the Prowler really well timed. Danby, they are reading how this guy wants to play. There's 3 players posted towards this position. And X-Ross outdoes, well, Jorgamo outdoes him, should I say. So again, they are reading this well. G2 can't walk back into this too lightly, though, because there is still threat here. Danby's taking a lot of damage, but they want this brawl, and that's great from G2. The read is there, Mike. They are understanding the intention.
Just playing range, tuck back in. RB's going to be able to slip to sight, find the plant here. Ivy, rifle in hand. Can they recover this? It's a 3v5, but able to stabilize for a moment here.
And Francis?
Oh my God.
Hello, Jaw. Jaw's got him dead. Good follow-up from RB, but the numbers are just so strong. This would need miraculous work from Ivy. Stunned up and seen. He has been put to bed as G2 actually taking the lead here. It took 21 rounds for them to truly look in form, but now they've hit it. I don't know if Nongshim have an answer, Mike.
It's starting to dial things back a little bit on the side of G2. He said reading the situation perfectly. Danby just chomping at the bit. Rabid in approach. Try and make that Bucky work. That's 3 rounds in a row now for G2. Couple of ultimates now online. Lacking in that department for Nongshim. And back to the drawing board. Maybe see a rinse and repeat of that previous take towards Heaven. Oh, it should be in now. Do you full send it into a pit?
Leave.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, I thought he was on the money for that one. Absolutely not. Danby somehow gets the better of him here, and that feels like the first time they've had a player to the good with no trade in quite some time.
Francis as well, actually still on 78 HP. Obviously, Decay made that look a lot worse than it was. Still 3 players positioned towards A, so correct read from G2 here. Going to be well positioned to deal with this audible call.
Place. They're going to give up the site. This is the exchange that almost is agreed upon, but Baby vulnerable, still wins the fight. Ivy looking to trade it back in, but he can't deal with the pressure. Ult comes down on top, and they're going to try and shut down on one of them. It's Ivy to fall. G2 with a vice-like grip, trying to claw back into this round.
Oh my God!
Danby, what is that? And now just Jaw, who was so far away from this, having to slowly work his way back over. And it felt like a break. It felt like a breath of fresh air. But Jorgamo, I don't think you're going to get past Francis. You can't! 11-11. The depth is there from Nongshim, making it count when it matters.
You even noted the first time, really, they got away scot-free with an opening engagement. Some damage, yes, but a great catch here onto Leaf. Danby just comes alive, and I mean, the cat, it's rare you see him have to take a second shot with a judge. He just lands the opener. A turn of pace at the right moment in the round. Wrong for G2, but
yeah. Timeout.
Nongshim able to find a response. Last timeout here for G2, ahead of round 23. In terms of ults here, a little off kilter for both teams. Jorgamo still sitting on his, and RB on the other side. Unlikely to see anything else, but potentially X-Ross with the Nightfall. And what's the next steps for Nongshim?
Well, that's the thing, because it doesn't feel consistent.
No, it doesn't. No, they've kind of found a little value now on both sides of the map, but It's not felt comfortable.
No, and it doesn't feel like you can repeat those steps every time.
And G2 have looked better in the reads as well, coming out of some of these timeouts, this one being theirs, but in terms of where Nongshim have switched things up, hasn't amounted to more than 3 rounds in the second half. And of course,
we got headphones.
Jorgamo again.
Again? Has he been at this before?
Historically, Jorgamo.
I mean, true.
Yeah. We need to get a tally going.
What,
Or just like a hit list of players. It'll still be Nukkye at the top.
Yeah, there was something going on with that. But also, there's been a couple of villains in dropping any various drinks on stages. That was key for a while, but hopefully Jor gets that one sorted out. But I guess it kind of also, I mean, whether you like it or not, lets it simmer for a second. 11-11 here. A great showing, and actually I'm glad we got to map 3, because the first 2 felt like we saw the strengths from either side and also the weaknesses from the other. Right, it felt a little bit one-dimensional, it felt a little bit one-sided in both cases. Split, it's been streaky as well, though. You look at the run around, it has been kind of just these mad runs, 6 rounds, 4 rounds, 3 in a trot, and then finally a break for Nongshim, and it felt just an untraded kill set that up.
Very polarizing in terms of both teams' ability to string together rounds. But for me, to ask G2 to string together another, I mean, they got the ball rolling. Like I said, it was only, what, a 4-player stack in that last round of Corrode. And in Eco, just Sheriffs. Unfortunately, G2 feed into it. Other than that, they've done the hard work in terms of getting back in control of that map. They've absolutely done that once more here. Obviously, tied up 11 apiece, but 7-3 on the second half for G2. In my eyes, done the hard work once more.
Yeah. Does he need help? Oh, there we are.
Are you okay? It looks like a replacement of the earbuds itself, yeah.
Okay.
Fascinating stuff.
Yeah, this is going to take a second or two, potentially. So let's get some insight into the double duelist meta and how NRG are going against the grain.
Jog him out. Out here in mid. Get the transfer. Nice.
Hey, what the was that?
Double duelists have been dominant in Santiago.
The double duelist.
Chief duelist, double duelist, double duelist.
The 1-2 punch of space-making agents and a defensive anchor have prioritized duelist-based comps more than ever.
Playing against double duelists is just super stressful.
What was that for G2?
You can't let him do that.
I think the duelists inherently have a little bit more oppressive util.
Duelist utility has gotten more valuable, whereas information is harder to get because of the initiator utility nerfs. So that means either you do a lot of work to try and figure this out, or you do the simple thing and just charge people.
NRG now stands to be the team going against the meta.
We're playing to counter the meta, and teams have to adapt to us.
There is just no way.
There have been other teams in Kickoff that were trying to play this style. They're just not the 2025 World Champions.
With 6 teams remaining, it is going to be an exciting, fast-paced playoff stage.
저는 한 명밖에 안 죽은 줄 알았는데 2명이 죽었더라고. 그래가지고 이제.
And I personally can't wait to see who comes out on top.
Great point, me.
Massive insight.
Love what I'm saying.
So, apply that to this series then. What are we looking at here?
That's a different day rate, Michael.
Okay.
Sorry, we can't be doing that here. Hopefully all is resolved. I'm seeing headphones back on. It looks like we are pretty much good to go.
It's still a lower third.
Yeah, I'm standing up. I couldn't see it. I sat down, all right.
But I think coming back to that initial discussion we were having, even coming into this map, Nongshim are just one of the examples that really runs away with this sort of play style. And there's very, like we've said it a number of times in this series, very little you can do once they get the ball rolling. And outside of maybe exploring some changes, in particular G2 on the side of, you know, experimenting with the veto, it's other things that potentially would really cause issues for a team like Nongshim. See, they haven't really seen that apparent here, but I don't know what we do for the rest of Santiago. Saw Jorgamo just toying with the idea of an operator there.
Yeah, did he? He's gone for the Vandal for now. 5 more seconds to make up his mind. I think. Look at the mid start, though, coming out from G2 as well. Are they expecting presence down here? They're going to put bodies behind it, but you can see that this is a late look back, so this could be, again, a bit of a brawl here. Dambi not too far away, and Babybay does have backup. There is a squad, there is a firing squad, and Dambi's taking damage. Oh, it's lovely! Baited into the swing, and the punish comes in. Oh my God, RB. You are mad. You are absolutely mad for that one. And it looks all out of sorts. Nongshim looking shaky in this.
Another round when G2 just run away right out of the timeout. Beautiful read and a catch in mid. Now Leaf set up here with a shorty.
It should be 12. Leaf, right place, right time, and a dose of their own medicine. 2 quick kills, handling the pressure in middle, and you saw that bait in action, the swing on it, and then just standing top middle. Jorgamo with a smile on his face saying, yeah, good luck getting Babybay. We're here ready.
Even here, see Ivy trying to catch the backside of this towards A, but it amounts to absolutely nothing. G2 looking to seal the deal here with series point. Stingers in hand for Dambi and RB. A couple of these pace changes just not landing for Nongshim. And well, solution being stick an extra body here.
Couldn't do it with 4, let's try it with 5. And Dambi gonna be sent in towards those vents. They've re-cleared over towards B main as a kind of exchange of space for G2, so they can post Trent up towards this, keep it on a bit of a deeper line, so if they do come back this way,
which they are,
it could either be an early warning signal or the downfall of Nongshim. What can Trent do about this?
They can't identify him early.
No tools for it, really.
No.
Ooh, but a shot like that will do the job. Does this open up enough? Valen has been magic, though, at dealing with this, right? He's always good for 1. It feels like he gets a number up here. That's the ult for Exros, though. A couple of key tools now, but look at Ivy as well. This could be everything they dreamed of. Dambi trying to identify the players on the site. They've got him dead to rights. Dambi doing magic work here for Nongshim. And of course, OT looking likely, as Babybay would have to go wild on this. And Dambi, oh my God, he's deleted. Go on, Babybay. Let's see what you've got for us. He's put him on notice. He's put him on notice!
Oh my God!
You were so late to the party, but you made it there eventually. God damn!
Ivy toying with the timing here, allowing Babybay to isolate 2 1v1s.
Francis, though, that shot
Jesus!
To remove Trent from the matter. Look at this.
Another situation, but Valen gets 2 again, by the way.
He's a miracle worker, that man. It shouldn't have been that close, but Babybay put, like, and again, if you're Babybay, I don't blame you for not expecting him to swing from there.
Ivy's way off in terms of the timing here. Like I said, I think he's almost expecting a swing from maybe boxes or hell, but yeah, thank God for that. It's only Babybay's second guessing that allows Nongshim to force overtime here on the decider. Split, always the one to deliver in this situation.
I am seeing an empty chair on the stage, so I think we can read into that player needs a moment. But beyond that, this is starting to heat up now, right? We're getting into OT, we're getting into a real thick of things. I genuinely thought Nongshim were kind of out of this one. I thought the G2 had it right, and I think they did too, to a degree. You look at how sporadic the rounds were coming in. This feels like a lifeline. And if that's enough to create a spark, I'm a bit worried for G2. This team, I'm still not sure about how they handle pressure. We're gonna take a look at some less serious moments that have happened in Santiago so far. Get that shot done soon, mate. Oh.
I killed him accidentally. I wasn't supposed to kill him.
A decent start here.
Yeah, they get the Molly missile. Oh, when he just walks forward and falls off.
What was going through my head when I fell off the map? Honestly, I was like, I fell off the map.
I fell off the map, bro. Backside, guys. I fell off the map.
There you go. Start to brings it back to the grave. Swing out
저가
the
저지르고 이제 나머지 다 잡고 엑스로스한테 이제 좀 흥분하는 모습을 보였는데 정원이가 이때 엑스로스가 이때 너무 웃기게 저도 같이 웃었던 것 같습니다.
Does he have the clutch?
Boom.
He locks.
Sit down, easy.
Dead.
Boom! Everyone stood up. I couldn't even stand up at this moment because I'm telling you, I had to pee so bad, bro. I remember like reading some science about like peeing and performing, like you unlock a new level.
I don't think I've ever expected to have to discuss the theory of having to pee while performing, but thank you for the end of that one, I guess.
What do you think the impact here is of that?
Well,
the tempo.
He looks a lot
refreshed.
more calm.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot less pressure. Now,
So actually, holding the stomach
it's
a little
not good
bit there.
for you.
No,
It's not good for you to be doing it. So maybe we see why Trent lost that fight. Maybe that was it. Just like, oh, got to go.
pressure started to build for him.
Yep. Now, calm. What is my job some days, honestly? It's not going in the highlight reel, guys. Absolutely
I'm sure you'll be
not.
throwing to that again in a couple of days.
I swear we have
More
other
insight.
casters.
More
Michael,
insight
we need to
from
get
you,
you on
please.
any of these, please. Features? Can we? Anyone else? I can't
Let's do
handle
a
it.
tech pause. SOT next.
Brilliant, brilliant, because we won't be in that one.
No.
No.
Of course not.
Never us. Well, thank you for your patience if you are playing it along at home. We do appreciate it. Obviously, if a player needs to run off stage, they need to run off stage. Is what it is. Funny enough, we are all human. How bizarre. But let's
Not Danby.
bring up... yeah, apparently he's something a little different. Let's refocus here at 12 apiece. Map 3. Nongshim up against G2. And they are showing some real wherewithal on the Nongshim side. I thought they were toast, if I'm honest, in that second half. They are certainly not. They've dragged it back. And G2 have to once again pull themselves back together.
Turn of pace here for Nongshim. Looking to pressure right towards this extremity here. Leaf shut down. Trent found as well. More aggression on the side of Nongshim will spur on Babybay elsewhere.
Nice. Big hit from Babybay, though, but that was bloodthirsty on the other side of the map, but they've got a little window of opportunity. Jaw caught off guard a little bit by CT, expects to swing from heaven. Not there yet. Oh my God, this is bold work. Francis has been filthy, and he is patient on this in case someone tried to swing. It's not to be. Looking at the options here, Valen shut down as well. Nongshim just hitting hard after that. Going into OT, they have absolutely sent a message. We have no fear, and we will fight you on every front.
Ray looking for something outside the smoke here, but nobody to greet him. Nongshim just letting this clock run down, force Babybay a little further forwards.
God, he was close before, but this is so difficult with these numbers, man. Okay, Babybay, this would need to be an ace.
Well, one more for the ult.
Gonna fall back 30 seconds
Spike.
left.
Danby. Be the next point of action, potentially actually a drop from heaven. He's being toyed with, and X-Ross, the one to secure the first round in OT, being Nongshim in the lead.
G2 just caught off guard here. Trent and Leaf just dismantled so early on. I mean, look at the investment here. It's just overwhelming for only 2 members. Like I said, it spurred things on towards B for sure, but it's only 1 kill from Babybay. It's not enough impact to really swing things back in their favor, and G2 will call another timeout here.
Yeah.
Lots to consider.
This is where it gets tough, though, because I'm starting to see Francis with an operator. I don't know whether he commits to it. Obviously, there's still time for adjustment as we are in timeout, but
it is a concern, though, because it would be a
they haven't seen
curveball.
it much, right? This hasn't been something they've depended on, so this could be a nice new look that they can just throw in.
Well,
they have a round to the good.
Even to catch somebody like Jorgamo previously exploring towards B main, we've seen G2 look to get a little proactive outside of reading Nongshim very well on the defense, not just coming out of the timeouts, but some of the other rounds forcing them to explore towards A and mid. They were there to greet them every single time. So yeah, Francis wants to really mess with their heads. And G2 feel like that's what's been working for them. The operator could certainly shine. Is he just Looking to find an opener towards A here, maybe, with it. They have Babybay and Trent here to hold down the fort for the time being. The TP towards Su is maybe not early commitment on the back of this, but he's going to drift onto the angle.
Oh, there it is. What a surprise! As Francis just opens up the account. G2, it's panic stations here. Man to the good early, sight under control, and Francis goes
what a catch
hunting.
From Leaf.
Big work from Leaf. Backbone player, him and Valen, in my mind, have been essential to G2's success. Exros is on the way, slow and steady. He doesn't need to hurry yet. G2 need to get themselves on the same page, but he is getting closer. B waiting for the swing timing here. It's time to go. G2 up for the fight. Dambi waiting, takes down Jaw. 3 players, and of course, it's Dambi at the helm of their destruction as Trent, last man alive. A 1v2 Trent. This is a lot to ask of anyone, and it's not gonna happen. Nongshim, it took a long time to get here, but my God, do they make it their own. 14-12. First big scalp claimed in my mind for this team.
You can see what it means to them as well. Insane performance here, remaining resilient throughout this series. Big tick in the box in terms of some of the questions about them coming into this behind such an experienced player like RB. G2 put up one hell of a fight here, right down to the wire. Leaf, Valen, both standouts for me individually.
Yeah, very impressive.
No real weak side, no missing piece of the puzzle for G2.
Gosh, but what a terrifying prospect this Nongshim roster is. It feels like Santiago is the house of the new generation coming up here. A lot of new players looking formidable on the stage. I mean, yes, Dambi is a bit of an icon, I get it, but you look at Francis, you look at Exros, you look at the rest, they all had their moments.
Absolutely, and just the nature of this series now, for me, I'm looking towards Nongshim really improving game by game. There are no easy rides here in Santiago, we've said it before. Certainly positives to take out of this, but a lot to work on.
You're right, and it is that just learning on your feet here as well. A lot of games played now, people starting to see a couple more of your maps, starting to see the depth, starting to get some tape on you. And it's one thing to know what these players do, it's another to try and handle it yourself. However, you don't want to hear from us, you're sick of us. I don't blame you. We're going to hand it over to the Verizon post-match interview in just a sec.
Nongshim que se lleva la victoria y acaba ganando esta partida increíble. And now we can see that they're advancing into that playoffs. Dambi, how are you? Can we talk for a second for the interview? You can take that picture, that's fine. We can come over here too, thank you very much. So I just want to talk to you. That first map was really frustrating. You guys managed to come back and win this amazing series. I just want to know, how was the mental reset also in between maps so you could be 100% and close that map?
담비 선수 승리 축하드리고요. 일단 1세트 이후에 좀 멘탈적으로 많이 힘들었을 텐데 잘 추스리고 역전승을 읽어냈습니다. 1세트 이후에 어떤 얘기를 했고 또 어떤 비결이 있었길래 이렇게 멋진 승리를 만들어낼 수 있었나요?
일단 저희가 1세트에는 좀 손풀기로 했었어가지고 좀 많이 안 맞는 것도 있었고 그냥 오랜만에 경기하다 보니까 좀 감이 떨어진 것 같은데 이 경기부터는 어차피 저희 성현이가 어차피 네온이라고 무조건 이긴다고 이렇게 자신감이 심어져가지고 저희 다 같이 믿고 했던 것 같습니다.
Well, first map, we took it as a warm-up actually, so there were a little bit of mistakes, but heading into map 2, you know, we had people saying, hey, we have Dambi's Neon starting map 2, so we have no problem. And I think that's how we kept the mentality strong and everything worked out really well.
It definitely worked out perfect. Y bueno, hablando un poquito también de lo que fue ese reset de mental entre ese primer mapa que fue un poquito más complicado, dijeron que ese primer mapa era más que un calentamiento, que después de cara a lo que iba a ser ese segundo mapa, dijeron, tranquilos chicos, tienen a la Neon de Dambi, así que volvieron con todo eso. Realmente fue algo que les hizo hacer ese mental un poquito más fuerte. Pero ahora también quiero hablar, porque Dambi están todos los ojos puestos en él. Quiero saber cómo se está sintiendo con esa presión y si cree que es la mejor Neon del mundo. So now, Dambi, for my second question. All eyes and all over the world are on you. Everyone's studying your gameplay, your movement, your skills. Do you think you're the best Neon actually here in the world? And how's the pressure?
담비 선수 일단 이제 모두 담비 선수의 네온을 보면서 견제를 할 텐데요. 일단 셋째 네온 담비 선수가 맞다고 생각하시는지 그리고 부담감은 없는지 궁금합니다.
퍼시픽에서만 하던 네온이 국제대회 와가지고 지금 보여주니까 너무 좋고 제가 셋째 네온을 할 수 있게끔 마스터스 우승하고 그리고 또 뭐였죠? 마지막.
부담감은 없나요?
부담감은 없습니다.
Well, Pacific's best Neon in the international stage, performing and proving to be the best Neon in the world. But shout out to my teammates for making me into the best Neon in the world, and also no pressure.
Okay, so he say that he's the best Neon in the world, actually. Y bueno, comenta de que Dambi efectivamente se siente como el mejor Neon de todo el mundo y le da las gracias también a todo su equipo por hacerlo así, por hacerlo de esa manera y por apoyarlo. Dambi, do you have some words?
하고 싶은 말이 있을까요?
Gracias, Chile!
Eso es todo lo que tenemos por la entrevista. That's all we have for the interview. But just stay here. We have an amazing match coming now. Paper Rex against Energy. Let's see who's gonna win.
Can I help you, sir?
Here's the bill from the dealership where I got my car, and I'd like you to beat it with a better deal on one of these fine cars.
Not how it works.
Guess you're not as cool as Verizon.
Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill for a better deal today.
It's more than a game. It's a world shaped by you, the fans. And our mission is to elevate that world by building technology that creates moments that last forever. That's why we're joining forces with the Valorant Champions Tour to transform how fans experience live events on the global stage.
They try to take me down with their violence. Oh, they're gonna get better. Flashes in and down goes Light.
Hi guys, how are you? I'm here with Javier and Cam. They're the cosplayers for this tournament, and I want to ask them, how are they feeling here in this event, and also since when they started cosplaying? Entonces, Javier, Cam, quiero saber, primero te voy a preguntar a ti, ¿qué estás pensando de este evento y también hace cuánto empezaste a hacer cosplay?
Bueno, la verdad es que el evento está increíble. Me encanta que hayan elegido a Chile como para elegir un evento tan grande, tan importante, y me siento muy grato de ser parte de él. Los partidos estaban muy intensos y nada, muy contento de estar acá. En cuanto a lo que es cosplay, voy para los 4 años haciendo esto. Igual me dedico mucho como a la confección de los trajes en sí.
Genial, okay. So he's basically saying that he cosplays since 4 years ago. He also loves the event. He loves that Chile was picked out for this event, and it's been amazing. And he also dedicates to making the costumes, making the cosplay, so that's pretty nice. Y ahora tú, Cam, también, ¿qué estás pensando del evento hasta ahora y hace cuánto empezaste a hacer cosplay?
Bueno, estoy súper feliz de que se haya hecho aquí en Santiago de Chile en primer lugar. Y nada, yo creo que de todos los eventos ha sido uno de los más emocionantes. Los chilenos somos súper emocionados, nos encantan los juegos, los videojuegos, el Valorant. Así que se ha sentido harto en este tiempo, en todos estos días que se ha hecho aquí la Valorant Master. Y bueno, yo vengo haciendo cosplay como hace ya 10 años.
Muchísimo tiempo, okay. So she's saying that she's really happy that Chile, Santiago was picked out for this event. You can feel also the atmosphere. Everyone's so excited to be in here. And she has done cosplay for 10 years now, so a really, really long time. This is all for us. Muchas gracias, muchísimas gracias. And back to you guys.
Gio's definitely a little more quiet, but we've definitely gotten more out of him since he joined the team, so he's definitely integrated very well. And I've noticed in very big moments, very high pressure situations, he always knows what to do. Whether he makes his own call for the team or makes an individual play that's just very unexpected, he's always right. So he's always a high pressure game player. That's what we look for. We look for really good balance in the team.
Straight up mid, BBL determined to use strength in numbers, but Marta's tucked in Mail. And he'll follow them. What a timing! Kreven dealt with, but now Marta's been revealed. Back in the mid he goes. Behind that relay bolt.
Just overwhelmed by the numbers, has to get away, but Kiko on high!
That might be enough! BBL are going to group up and make the playthrough small, but guess who's waiting for it? They've stepped into a Proctagon! And that's Luida. A double face here surely means that this is the end of the road. Surely LaRock can't get it done either.
Yeah, I would say it's extremely valuable to have somebody like that on your team, especially as an IGO. Having someone like that that can take over the reins is incredibly valuable for me.
Welcome back to Masters Santiago. The sun might be setting on the city, but it's just coming up on an epic rematch between Paper Rex and NRG. It's not often we get treated to situations like this where two heavy hitters face each other at multiple times a tournament. We get to see the evolution, the growth from last time, and obviously there was a bit to be desired for NRG in their first outing.
Absolutely, they were so close to winning that in a 3-map series. Came down to the last round of the comeback they were putting together, only to lose to an ace from Forsaken. And now the second chance for both teams to look at that, think about what they would have wanted to change, and get this rematch for top 3.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, we're talking about heavy hitters also that have trophies in their bag. And for Paper Rex, they've been going up against Americas for the entirety of this tournament. So this is all that they've been learning. These are the maps that we saw last time around. And as you're speaking, Mimi, we were very close to that combat, but Paper Rex closed it before going into overtime. And I think that especially with the overtimes that we've been having here, I would really like for this one to go in the distance.
Yeah, obviously a series that certainly ran down to the wire. Split 13-10, favoring PRX, and then we saw Pearl look very, very good for NRG. It ends up on Haven, which ends up being, like Mimi pointed out, an absolute nail-biter. PRX obviously looking to try and ban Abyss and Corrode whenever possible. Probably see that run back again. I feel those two bans seem like they're go-tos for them.
Yeah, I think when I was watching this from home, I remember taking two main notes. One, that NRG maybe made too many plans for Paper Rex. For one front, very, very good, because the preparation was definitely paying off. But in some of the rounds, they were just conceding too much to play into Paper Rex style and playing their game.
Yeah, I did want to talk about one of those kind of compositional adjustments they made into this game, playing the Vice as a counter to the double duelist split comp. I got a little telly to take a look at here, and I want to focus on how Paper Rex took this challenge of an opponent playing a Sentinel and hard anchoring sights into them and adapted around it. If you look at the minimap at the beginning of this round, you'll see that playing up towards Heaven is Brock, and he's going to be throwing his Thorns here towards main. There's a wall there. There's Ethan playing close as well. There's a ton of utility to suffocate and cut the Duelist players off from the rest of the team if PaperX actually path there. But what they did all of this match was instead prioritize playing into mid and towards Heaven. I'll start to play the round out, and I want you to watch how they path up here. Jing gets flashed off the line, but starts to press forward and apply a little pressure. On the default version of this execute, even if you're going into sight, you'll often see this Molly go down to stop players from flooding in. But the twist is that Forsaken is teleporting into his teammate's own Molly up towards Heaven. And where it's normally this raise where you can take that fight against the Boombot, instead, Forsaken completely goes unexpected, gets that kill in Heaven. But there's more than just that. After getting this into an even 4-on-4, PaperX still don't rush to take the fight into sight. Instead, throwing a smoke here, they recognize that they can pinch into this site instead, and then as a second phase deal with these anchors. And again, it takes NRG a bit by surprise. You see them setting up and starting to contact towards spawn, and as there's so many things that Ethan has to worry about there, he gets picked off by Devi, and then into this site. It's just a matter of trading out for PaperX to get the win. That's just one example, but I think across this map as a whole, PaperX showed an excellent job at quickly adapting to the different util patterns shown to them and having a new approach and new pathing to continue to set an opponent that was so well prepped for them off guard.
Forsaken TPing into his own teammate's Molly is a crazy way to break conditioning. It's that level of creativity and inspiration that they just pull off at the drop of a hat. It is wild. PRX, obviously, since then, taught Furia a lesson for picking them, of course, as their playoffs opponent. It was a close map on Haven that they lost, but then they dominated Breeze and split with Something and Jing, both in fine form. They're the names that come up every time I want to talk about this team, but they are continuing to deliver.
I think that actually now they are delivering. When I was watching in the Swiss stage, I'm a big Something fan. I've always enjoyed it, even when he was playing Operator with the Gecko. That is something that I've always get to enjoy. But in the Swiss stage, they weren't really there. To me, the other note that I didn't get to say was that Envy was the truth. Absolutely demolishing and carrying them in some of those rounds, as well as Forsaken. But the form that they're finding here, Jing even playing on this Omen and shutting down Furia, they were exhausting them. When they got onto the third map on that last half, they just didn't have anything else to do. And as you can see here, the numbers tell the story.
Yeah, the first time these teams played, what impresses me isn't just that PaperX won, but that they won while Something was, I think, -14 on the day. He really underperformed by his standards. But the rest of the players, Envy, who you mentioned, Forsaken, they all stepped up big time to keep him in. It was different against Furia. They got prepped against on Haven, went down a map in that series, only for it to be a classic PaperX game of the Jing Something utter takeover to decimate those next two maps and get the win. This is a PaperX match that has shown both the ability to play that more stylistic, very intelligent game, but also to still go back to just taking over with the individuals.
Envy's been a revelation, obviously one of the more recent additions to this team. We had a chance to hear from him. He stepped aside for a time with Jen Lee.
Jen here with Envy of PaperX. Now, Envy, what did you guys focus on to prevent NRG from winning this rematch?
We focused on a lot of things, making the right adjustments for the things they did well against us. We're going to make sure those things won't happen again, and we're going to make sure we win again.
Just one more question. Are people putting some respect on your name now?
Maybe if we win against NRG, more people will, so I hope so.
Thank you so much, and best of luck.
Thank you.
I mean, that's crazy. People are loving Envy.
He means again? He's already won.
I saw a tweet basically saying he wouldn't be able to make it today because he has a schedule clash with the Santiago GOAT exhibit. So I think a lot of people are cottoning on that this guy might well be the truth. Let's cross over to NRG, though, because these guys got beaten black and blue against BBL. They managed to emerge in that series victorious, but it went to an overtime nail-biter on Split thanks to some absurd clutch moments from both sides. And as Mimi's alluded to over the last couple of days, a little bit of throwing in some crucial rounds. It's about as close as it gets between these two in the end.
From both sides, though, that's how these overtimes go. NRG, I'll tell you, is the most resilient team in this tournament. They have had to rely on comebacks nearly in the PaperX series, only getting shut down by that ace. And here again, against BBL, they throw a 4v2 of their own, go back, win a 2v4 in reply, have huge clutch rounds, and throughout throughout that, still have Ethan coming up with the correct adaptations under extreme pressure. That's what this kind of experience brings to you. Ethan had a monster performance on Split, and he has an opportunity here. If he can make top 3 winning this match and maybe go on to win another trophy, I think he would overtake Chronicle as the winningest player in Valorant, would tie him with 3 trophies, would match the back-to-back achievements, and would have 2 Champions trophies to boot.
It's time, guys, for a 1v1 showdown in Skirmish for side select. This one is a duel between Something and Mada. A matchup that promises to be spicy. 2 of your highest flyers in the world of Valorant here. Battling it out, of course, at a first to 5.
Yeah, we're seeing the players here. Something, actually, the player that we're saying is finding his form now for Mada. He had a stellar performance in the first map when they went up against Paper Rex.
I hope these guys talk some smack as well. They like to banter a little bit, so hopefully we get some of that from this little head-to-head.
Yeah, it's really, really exciting to watch these guys. Both so impressive mechanically in their own right, and were excellent in that first match between them. I'm really interested as we get ready for the map veto after we find out who wins this skirmish to see who wants to make changes. Does one of these teams want to take a risk and change a ban, try and push it in a different direction and throw something off? Because there are some kind of equal ground for both teams where we haven't seen a ton from them this event. And if I'm NRG, I definitely would be trying to think if there is a map I can change up and get something interesting into the pool here.
I think that is very weird that we get a rematch and we see the exact same maps, because as you're saying, especially within the tournament, you see some flaws in the opponent, maybe some different routes that you would have liked to take, and also you do not want to be so obvious.
Or maybe you feel like you can't fix the issue on a certain map that you dealt with against that same opponent, so want to go somewhere else a little bit more comfortable. Mada wins out the skirmish in the end, so that means we can get stuck straight into our map veto here. Remember last time, it was Split, Pearl, and Haven played between these 2, a very close series that went all the way to 3 maps. So let's hear what they'll be this time around.
Hey everybody, we're going to start the map select process. NRG, you won the skirmish, so are you Team A or Team B?
Team A.
NRG is Team A, PRX is Team B. Okay. NRG, what's your first ban?
We ban Haven.
Ban Haven. Okay, PRX, what's your first ban?
Abyss.
Ban Abyss. Okay, NRG, what's your first pick?
Pick Pearl.
Pick Pearl. Okay, PRX, what's your side on Pearl?
Pick Defense.
Defense. Okay. PRX, what's your map 2 pick?
Pick Bind.
Pick Bind. Okay. NRG, what's your side on Bind?
Attack on Bind.
Attack. Okay, NRG, what's your next ban?
Yeah. Ban Breeze.
Ban Breeze. Okay, PRX, your next ban?
Ban Karud.
Ban Karud. Last map is Split. NRG, what's your side on Split?
Defense.
Defense. Okay, everybody, so as a recap, we have map 1 is Pearl with PRX on defense, map 2 is Bind with NRG on attack, map 3 is Split with NRG on defense. Good luck, everybody.
So 2 out of 3 of the maps the same in this series. So one thing that stuck out to me is instantly NRG are banning Haven.
Yeah, leaving the Bind open. It's such a low map in the ratings for both teams.
Yeah, but especially for the side of NRG, that is completely intentional. And it's a thing, I think it's a bait that they've bitten into for the side of PaperX, because they really didn't doubt to go into it. So that is going to be definitely the most interesting map to see.
NRG only played it once. They had a double drone comp similar to some of their others. They lost that in Americas. PaperX has played it a few times, but not since way earlier in Pacific. With a comp with single duelists, that map will be crazy.
But we get to round it out with Split. Always a banger for a map 3 if we get there. We've got the world champs taking on the winners of Masters Toronto. It doesn't get more hype than that. So let's send it down to the stage and welcome Paper Rex and NRG.
Santiago, ruido para
NRG are still in the hunt to be the first team in Valorant to follow up a World Championship win with a Masters trophy. And PaperX might have run into them at Champions if only they'd managed to get past Fnatic in that upper semi-final. They're always going to be looking for chances to take the World Champs down a peg.
PaperX, one of the most consistent organizations in Valorant, no stranger to a berth into top 4. A win today would be the 8th time this organization has been represented that deep into a global tournament. That would be more than anyone else. But what a moment it would be if it would be a team competing to go back-to-back for only the 2nd time, the ones to make them run it the hard route.
And ever since this meta started, everybody has said this favors PaperX the most. This is the best chance that they have to have a clean win here at Masters. And as we said, they've been playing against the Americas teams the entirety of the tournament. Still want to think about that first map, that Pearl, and how things faced around for NRG versus BBL. How well prepared they were to deal with the aggression, how incredibly fast they were with the double drone and whatnot. Also, having a bit more time to face up and prepare against PaperX, because do not forget, at the end of the day, they had like only a few hours to get this match ready.
Yeah, NRG is trying to sell themselves as the anti-meta team, the ones staying away from double duelists, picking into double drone compositions, intentionally trying to shut down teams like PaperX. They were so successful on it against BBL. What I'm interested is, can they do it against the creme de la creme of these compositions?
Yeah, this isn't just a battle of regions, it's a battle of ideas. Both of these are trying to fight to prove that their take on the game is the right one. And it's a similar discussion, I think, that we saw with Nongshim Red Force, another team who loves to play that aggressive style. G2 tried to find a middle ground, right? They're trying to find a way to balance that light and shadow. No, NRG want to counter this comp. They want to be the one that answers the questions that PaperX asks so instinctively of their opponents.
They certainly do. The pressure as well, definitely big in a match like this, but these two teams both so experienced, so many times that they've met at this kind of stage in a tournament. You gotta look to some of those new players on both sides. Kiko and Envy stepping in a direct parallel, I think, in replacing big shoes, but immediately performing and integrating, not just into what the team was, but adding to make them something better.
Yeah, we just saw a very explosive duelist taken onto the stage, and I think that Mada will have to fill in the shoes just as Tambi was doing it earlier today. I think that there's going to be not a lot of pressure onto him, but I love the plans that they have around him on the attack. He was completely electric the last time that they played against each other.
Okay, so Eau de Pearl, we're no stranger really to seeing the Phoenix from PaperX on this particular map, but they've been mixing the comp up a little bit. We've seen Raze or Vito from them. So this for me feels like PaperX are mixing it up and going back to
it is a pretty solid change since the last time. They were playing that Vito comp, remember, that NRG had such a good prep for of how to deal with.
Is this their old comp?
It's not quite the same, I don't think. They have played so many comps this year on Pearl. This is not one of them. It's fresh from PRX.
Something a little bit new here. Can't wait to see how this plays out. You're right, last time it was Raze Yoru Vito, which even for PRX standards was pretty wacky. You already know this match is going to be an absolute doozy, so without further ado, let's hand it over to Achilles and Paper Thin.
Oh boy, here we are. PaperX going to be rematching against NRG. Uber was talking about it, the current reigning champions versus the winners of Masters Toronto, looking for that slot forward into that upper final. This one is going to be bloody.
Absolutely. I mean, the last match was back and forth the whole way through, came down to the wire, came down to another Forsaken ace closer. And for PaperX, they have been condemned to fight the Americas here in Master Santiago. Can NRG get their revenge? I don't know, but this Pearl ought to be interesting with PaperX going back to something that's a little more oldish comfort, not quite what they usually play, because it was a Jet in the mix instead of a Yoru, but that's the only difference.
Jet in the mix. KJ also in there.
Sometimes, but they have run it with Vice.
So it is a bit of a change up. Let's see if that catches NRG off guard as Envy. Peek in towards A-Main. He's going to be scaling aggressively as, once again, back to their old ways. Just going to be playing Orb Collector here for Jing. Trying to get those run-it-backs on as quickly as possible. But while they push their way out into this position they have. Left the A site completely open for this 4-man push from NRG.
Yeah, I like the ring around the rosy here from NRG. This is a pretty good read, knowing that that A orb is always going to be under contention with this Phoenix in the mix. So see if they can take the space, but they're second guessing themselves here. They had a wide open A site, but
backpedaling a bit, but just not seeing enough. Now going to start storming their way in. Footsteps about to be heard here. Is Envy going to go on the peak, and Scuba has the shutdown. Curveball going to be lobbed in. Jing looking for an elimination, sends the volley into the corner, but Scuba going to be able to collect a second kill. Something forced away. A couple players going to be taken low, but 2-player advantage here in their hands. The swing of the core, and Ethan is just so damn snappy with that one. Suddenly it's just something in a 1v4. Alpar is all in tatters, but this would still be one hell of a clutch. Nada tucked into the corner there at Halls, doubled up with Kiko. Ready for that counter swing and maybe even just finding the timing as there's the turret for the reveal. Something trying to clear that one out. Sights back, swings the corner. Kiko down so very low, but it's going to be Brock out from main to take him down. NRG find the opening pistol.
Well, it's Scuba who really bails out NRG here. That is phenomenal stuff to watch that backside and be so prepared for that quick rotation through mid. Goodness, that is a nasty shed shot. And able to get ahead of the hot hands. Really nice. And that basically just breaks things open. So a really nice start here for NRG. Doing something they couldn't do the last time they played Pearl. Win a pistol, even though they won the map. Paper X actually took both. And you can see that now you got to be very cautious, very aware of that Phoenix, and a little bit of proactive util scouting. They're going to get the orb for themselves. Meanwhile, Paper X rotating in this direction, but NRG just using that orb collect to try something a little bit different.
Forsaken going on a walkabout here in the mid. The turret will be able to spot him. Decides to just back away. 3 players. This Art Stair side. Now just going to be rotating again. Back through connector across towards the doors. But it's going to be a silent shop walk here for NRG. Full 5-player cluster ready to push down through B main.
That's a pretty good read. Jing with a frenzy, Divide with a sheriff, some firepower in terms of pistols.
Yeah.
So you never know here. Paper X looking for that eco, looking to do that thing that NRG actually did to them once.
Divide, the spot out. Stealth drone going to be going forward, and Monet finds the enemy Vice off the rip. Storm forward now, Curveball going to be getting a catch with the Saturate as well. One of them here around the corner, but it's going to be something in Jing fighting one apiece. Monet in with 3. And Ethan with the stun will be able to find Envy. Explosive round, but damage will be found here by Paper X. We need to get 3 kills or to inflict a bit of damage. Able to do just that, but 2 rifles still going to be carried over.
Brock thought about bringing in the Odin on round 3. Thinks better of it. Even how that one went. Paper X going to go for the Outlaw with something. Want to punish those half armors. You get full rifles though for NRG off of this, so even though there's some damage done, there's still quite a bit of economy behind this, even if they lose this round.
For the moment, they're continuing to lean away from this A site, which is exactly where the Outlaw is at. I think for Paper X's sake, they would want to be splitting, jinging something apart. Meanwhile, Forsaken is going to be contained here into the corner, flushed out into the open, and Kiko is able to collect that elimination. Divide having to back away with the Salvo at his feet, something at the same time. Watching the approach from main as Kiko, okay, will be able to find Brock with a nano. Not exactly what they had in mind. Dust settling. It's going to be a 3v3. 2 of the players tagged up. Envy down to 15.
And now Paper X has to try to spread the map to get info, re-clear some space, figure out what the heck is going on in the map. They do ping out the waterfall, aware that could be a pressure point that Kiko may want to explore. Leave something with that Outlaw. And then double up on A. I like it. So, you know, something probably good for at least 1 with that Outlaw. Back out. Just has the clone left for utility. Envy still full stacked with his, but down to such low HP.
Kiko now going on that approach. Jing watching back on the angle. Some poke and prod. 30 seconds remaining. Not many options to try to go on a pivot here as there's the elbow spotted, and there's the king. The kill handed over to Jing. Swoop out, something finds a shot, Mata down. Ethan now just to try to see if he can get some more damage in. Maybe even just a plant for the ult charge. Swing in down, the timing's gonna be perfect from something. Gets himself a 3K as Paper Rex denied the bonus conversion.
Yeah, that's huge for Paper Rex. Their money was gonna be in tatters if they couldn't get that one to go, and NRG was gonna be flush. So they're able to keep their economy very stabilized. Jing's gonna get his first ult of the game. That run it back. Oh no.
It's a bit unfortunate there.
Yeah, it happens. Something, yeah, exactly what you need out of him. Stability with the snipers, something that he is going to be called upon time and time again. And he's been getting so proactive in the voice comms for Paper Rex. Now, let's see if anything amounts out of this early blaze wall. A couple smokes from both teams being thrown, but quickly dissipated. Paper Rex just going to concede that space. Didn't feel comfortable, try to challenge, and they're making a great decision there with a 4-stack of NRG. But so far they haven't committed off of any of these early A pushes. It's been rewraps, it's been change of directions, change of thoughts. Now you do have the Cosmic Divide off of that orb, so.
It's going to be invested immediately. There's a Jing, run it back, going forward. Only going to be finding a smattering of damage. Snaps back, but something will be able to find Ethan. That's the spike now dropped. Takes that gate crash out at the same time. Mata set forward here on the point, pushes in the backside. He's able to catch Jing off guard. Nebula now dissipating. Forsaken diving around the corner, has to go for the reload. The double face forward here, the jump out. It's gonna be Forsaken and Envy with one apiece, and now the spike again stranded, this time at the stairs. Kiko unable to fight his way through, and Brock fully flashed up, cannot escape either. Just the one casualty on Paper Rex's side as we get tied up 2-2.
What a great response here. Being patient, not over-committing. Getting the info off of the run it back. Yes, Jing does die. Tamada's kind of a cheeky little lurk through the cubby. But that's it. They've got the setup waiting there, anticipating that maybe there was going to be a change in direction. So that's a good read from Paper Rex, doing their homework. Yeah, that seems like the coach is even pretty happy with that one, that their players remembered, I think, something they showed them. Now you got weak buy, only classics and a bandit.
Oh, and Ethan burning to death. Already down to 30. Wants to try to get some extra charges towards that Armageddon, but will be forced away. Says, this is my spot. My orb.
It's the one thing about this composition for Paper Rex is that even on the defender side, you can be extremely proactive with those orbs because of the Phoenix. Wall does end up revealing NRG's presence there. So now Divide try to set up a little bit extra utility at the front, something good for one.
Finds a shot, and this might have NRG feeling like they're a bit boxed in. Outlaw on one side, Mystery on the other, over towards Art. Unable to find Ethan. Won't take much to take him down. Something will have the peak, have the shot. Now has the dimensional drift as first 2 shots end up going wide. Divide gonna be overwhelmed. Scuba able to find him with that bandit in hand. Something now closing the gap. Gets himself another 3K with that shorty. Scuba give the weapon. Wants to try to swap this out for something with a little bit more oomph against the armor. Can he make a go of this? This would be a massive clutch. Shut down the momentum buildup from Paper Rex. Be around the corner with that Odin at the ready. Does he just open up the spray? The answer is going to be yes. He does not connect with Scuba. Able to find the headshot on the Jing. This would be an ace clutch if he can pull it off, but he's getting whittled away at. The smoke falling. Then Forsaken will deny him the opportunity. Paper Rex now in the lead.
Yeah, it's really nice to see something having some success with those snipers. If he can heat up, you have to feel like this Paper Rex team is destined for great things. He's been struggling at times throughout this year, and I watched a quick little interview with him and Wendler, or not an interview, but a little kind of candid camera moment. And Wendler was just saying, your time will come. I love the way you're getting active in the comms. You're calling rounds. You're calling some of our rounds that close out maps for us. Keep that up, and your play will come eventually. You're just too good. Let's see if he can continue the momentum there. Back off some of the players this time around. That back and forth for this A long control. Paper Rex has had some good ideas for it, keeping arc control. And it is another rewrap from NRG, so it just feels like the longer this takes, the more that Paper Rex might kind of consider swapping back to B. We've seen them be pretty good about matching the pace of the rotations.
Potential wobble combo though available, that conversion paths with the Armageddon. If you can find the right setup, could just absolutely devastate the ranks of Paper Rex.
That's true.
From Mata for now. playing alone. Does have full armor, so not going to be an immediate risk. And yeah, he'll get tagged down to 10, but he finds the kill on the something. Go at the same time, just baiting this Viceball. We'll just go ahead and back away. Players getting clustered now over towards Shop and Club. Once again, some pressure being applied from that Art side. Meanwhile, Devi looking all the way forward. He's in a very committed position. He's unable to find the elimination. Just some shots on the Ethan Scuba down 36, but it's a two-player advantage now for NRG.
30 seconds left.
Given the tools they have for the post plant, this would almost certainly be them tying things up. See, PaperX can pull a rabbit out of the hat. As there's just the spam, Invi dead. Quick little two-tap though for Forsaken. Able to clean up 2 kills, but down to 10 HP himself. Jing going to have to do a lot of the lion's share of this heavy lifting. Molly forward into the Nebula, goes diving in. Brock able to cut him down to size.
What?
Forsaken no! Oh my goodness, looking for another ace clutch. He gets the 4-piece, but he cannot find the win. Steady hands there from Kiko. This NRG will tie it up 3-3.
Oh my God.
How's he getting that close with 10 health?
I don't know. He's just touched by the heavens. I thought he had it there for a second. He was just above Kiko's head. Oh my goodness. Love the mid-round adjustment here though from NRG. The way that they're now showing different stuff off of that early long A clear into some mid-aggression. Something finds a headshot.
Just using it as a bit of a bait there. Needing the headshot finding it, Kiko down. Lockdown now, gained in death. Brock still gonna be one away from a Hunter's Fury, so there's still plenty of ults to be feared here, but this time it's Forsaken with that Odin in hand, spamming through. Just finding some damage to start. Kills eluding them for the moment as Jing. Gun barrel is going to be spotted. Mana is quickly able to collect that one as Forsaken frantically tries to backpedal, but now the Hunter's Fury is tracking him. Finds the first pulse, looking for that third. He tucks away at Flowers, doesn't get caught. Invi trying to scale forward, trying to flush out Ethan, turns his sights back over to main. Just managed to find Brock. The spike drop for a moment as Mana swings around the back. Sending out the convergent paths, but not connecting onto anyone. Armageddon now going to be sent out, something able to avoid it. Buys them some space from that stair side, and they're going to try to scale off of this one as, yep, the wall falls and Mana collects it. Devi, however, swooping forward, not ready. The player tucked into the cubby, and now comes down to Forsaken once again. 30 seconds, they could even just pivot this one if they wanted to.
30 seconds left.
Trying to get a rise out of him, trying to bait. Will be able to do so, and the counter spam takes him even lower. Another 18 health gone. A safe plant set up here for Mana. Not looking to get caught by this. As he will be the one doing the catching, swings around, finds himself the 3-piece, and NRG find themselves back in the lead.
Yeah, pretty mad round here. Looked like maybe with that man advantage, PaperX going to be able to get something done, but the read on Jing's position, Invi goes for the quick transfer, but Ethan gets the aim stabilized just a little bit faster. Yeah, there you go, that Cosmic Divide. Great timing again from Mata. In both of the Cosmic Divide rounds, he's been able to find a kill, even though in one of them it wasn't super impactful in the long run, but now you're going to get a timeout here for PaperX. Some good ideas here and there, but economy's going to be a little bit weak for them coming into this, so they aren't going to be able to get a full buy through. Now Brock's going to have an Odin, which seemed like PaperX. You don't see the Odin in their hands too much, so something a little bit different we're seeing as well on top of the comp change.
One of the things where you hit, though, looking at the Coinbase win condition, is just how many ultimates had to be invested in that round. They go into that one, they lose Kiko early, he gets the lockdown in death, they're able to gain the other 4, and they had to commit all of them to barely scrape by with the round. So at the end of the day, Alex might not be bowling too much, given what they were able to get out of NRG, and given that they have 2 more ults of their own getting ready to be cycled up.
Yeah, the only thing that would be concerning is that you invested the Vice ult in that previous round and it was just stalled out, you know, by the Armageddon and some other stuff. So, I mean, that was the only kind of, I think, shaky thing there for PaperX in that regard. There were other shaky things, of course, but definitely going to see if they can turn the tide a bit. Mata's turn for an Outlaw, and Brock scoops up that Odin. A couple Sheriffs, a Stinger, Marshall for something. And again, go for that long A control, but it's looking like just Ethan on his own. It's going to come down to maybe something in Forsaken here. See if they can work some thrifty magic.
Again, just that early salvo out. Trying to apply some pressure, but Jing not really going to be dissuaded here, but Forsaken something. They're just going to get absolutely annihilated. 2 massive kills from Scuba. And now a wide open B site. Primed for the taking. NRG fast to have the plan. Even if this does somehow start to get dicey, they do have that lockdown.
He's had some nasty ones. My God. Scuba's been hitting at times today. Let's see what they can do.
It's like every time he falls off Abyss, he just gets stronger and stronger. PaperX just going to try to see if they can put a dent in NRG whatsoever. Cash is still not really ballooned out of control for him, given how scrappy some of these rounds have been. Well, it's a solid shot from Indy. The time is very much starting to get away from them, so trying to make an actual go of a Thrifty here. Impossible from this point. He will just scoop up that Outlaw, see if he can put some more damage in, but he will not be able to be rewarded from that. So 3 players dead to the spike, and NRG now up 5-3.
Yeah, just simple things now for NRG. Haven't showed any just kind of pacey, long B aggression. Filthy. Absolutely filthy, Scuba. Hitting some good ones. He's 10-4 now. Let's see. Forsaken, Envy have their ults. Kiko, like you mentioned, has that lockdown. So it's going to be a battle for that A control to try to tuck it in that cubby. You only have Envy and Jing here. Try to make a go of it. Early, again, salvos there. Deny Jing that space. Mata happy to take it. Try to show some presence, potentially. Try to trick PaperX, but beating this okay. So is Ethan. Not sure if he saw Envy there or not.
No, just a spot onto the enemy Phoenix. Drone did get a tag, so they know that he's going to be close enough by. Meantime, oh man, what damage onto Devi. 10 health remaining. Those managed to safely back away over towards Secret at the same time. Envy going to be forced away, rerouted through Waterfall. 4 players clustered together. 4 PaperX to try to stem the tide of this approach, but now the lockdown's going to be invested. That covers damn near everything. Hunter's Fury, however, going to be invested. We'll be able to get the clear of that. Ethan's going for the tap. Spotted the clone. Turn of the flash. Something trying to swing his way out from Secret. Finds one, but then Mata will be able to shut him down. Jing now refilling that space. It's going to be Devi. Up from Flowers to find a kill on the Scuba. Flame Wall in, another curveball behind this. If he finds a kill, it will give him another run it back. Devi going to be taken down, though, as the trade comes in from Envy's kill, and now Jing gone as well. Suddenly just Envy and Forsaken.
Right here.
2v2, that Odin ever so deadly on the opposite side. Envy should be absolutely screwed, and he is, and Forsaken somehow survives that burst. Now he's going to be needing a headshot, and Mata again finds the timing. PaperX just cannot keep track of this waylay. NRG up to 6.
Yeah, they're doing such a good job of taking space, of being patient, throwing you a look, taking a pause, and then making their march forward. I can't believe Brock doesn't kill Forsaken there. I mean,
should have had him.
Should have had him. The good news is Mata has been really elusive with his positioning. And it's definitely got Bonkar fired up.
I think he's happy.
I think he's doing good.
I think he's pretty chill.
Yeah.
Just a chill old guy. Find themselves in a very nice, advantageous position now. Forsaken holding close. A couple taps through. A little bit of damage. Jing playing off the back of this. It screens. This is a triple firing squad setup from PaperX that NRG goes swinging into. Ethan now working his way back over to this position. Would need an ace clutch. There's the first. See just how much more he can find. Money is not great for PaperX, so the more kills he gets, the worse off it's going to be for PRX, but Jing will bring it into this one. 3K for the Phoenix. PaperX looking to try to make this 6-6 at the half.
They're able to finally stop the run, and it's just a good read, and there's even an Outlaw in the mix for NRG, and all of PaperX was at half shield, so if anybody had gotten hit by it, they were dead. Instead, they were all ADS'd, just tapping away. So again, just whoever called this for PaperX, I'm not going to assume anything at this point, considering what we've been hearing in their comms when we get a chance, but just a really nice read on, you know, a lot of conditioning here from NRG that they want to go A, that they want to contest A early.
Pre-barrier drops mostly been in the hands of Forsaken, from what I've been told.
Usually.
Might have just been a call from him, but who knows? Only one way to
Something
find
at
out.
times has been doing it this event, so kind of curious. But anyway, Mata does have another convergent pass. And with that, run it back. We'll get some value out of it. Forsaken still sitting on a Cosmic Divide, and this time clearing a little bit of space on one side, then ping-ponging over to the other. But Paper Rex in an okay position. Another Outlaw.
There's only Scuba with that half armor. Something going to be lingering right on the edge of the Cosmic Divide. Drone up over the top, looking for the spot. Just quickly tuck away. Just get being revealed, but NRG, 5 players forward, now ready to get that plant in play. Still have the convergent paths for the post plant as well. So run it back, gonna be Pop. Jing just jumps right in on top of Ethan, managing to find that kill. Does get snapped back, but gets his team the player advantage now expounded upon as Mata will fall. Divide storming forward through the halls, able to find Brock. Jing traded up by Scuba, but finds revenge from beyond the grave. And this time it's Divide's turn to come up with the 3K. The fuse is there, can pass it over for the Dimensional Drift, and Paper Rex one away from tying it up.
It's just crazy how much importance and space there is that you're able to create with Jing's ultimate. He's able to draw 3 barrels of NRG towards him. Look at that, there's 3 of them watching him, and that opens up the space for Divide to go and clear back alley. Absolutely nails it. It's just why you like the Phoenix and why it's kind of one of those things you have in your back pocket as Paper Rex that you can start to run through and be a big difference maker in some of these rounds. You even get the Cosmic Divide out of NRG there. Paper Rex looking to try to tie this up 6-6.
Makes for a damn strong half for them. Now, stealth thrown forward, dancing around. Forsaken not quite able to find this one. Envy under pressure as Mata punishing him for going to the drone, but Forsaken delivers swift vengeance. Now suddenly 3v3. Kiko to the rescue, finds the punish onto the enemy Astra. And Cosmic Divide, a non-factor in this round, but the Dimensional Drift still in hand for something.
A little bit of a change up here. Paper Rex not going to hold back like they did on the bonus. They're going to get proactive. Ethan still holding the line, but now starting to drift out. And speaking of drifting, it's something goes into his, wants to check, wants to clear. Just going to catch the, oh, he didn't catch the backside, but that's good enough. Negative information enough to get them going. And there's a wall here.
Goes up, Spike, gonna be stranded, but no, Keiko finds himself a third. And it is now just something needing the clutch. They want that tied up scoreline.
Spike planted. You should run.
Lockdown going to be invested. Kiko out into the open, something able to find the wallbang shot, but still has to try to clear this one out. They're stacked up. He thought he had Ethan, takes him down to 5 HP, but cannot confirm the kill. 7-5 NRG. Managed to find themselves with an advantage of the half.
Exact same score line as it was the last time they played. In terms of, it was Paper Rex starting the defense, they get 5, NRG gets 7. Is this comp change gonna have more oomph to it on the attacker side for PRX?
Gonna have to see what kind of legs it does have with the Phoenix back into the mix. Should anticipate that it's still going to be deadly, but NRG can never be doubted. They can never be underestimated. They have persevered through far crazier scenarios. Let's go ahead and get ready to send it down. Then we've got a special interview standing by. Paper Rex is here, so of course she is as well. It's Jing's mother, Pearl.
Y estamos aquí con Pearl, la mamá de Jing, que lo acompaña a todos los campeonatos, siempre a su lado. I'm here with Pearl, Jing's mom. And Pearl, I want to know, how has it been being by his side in every tournament?
I'm very proud of my son, and I'm loving the Santiago crowd, and I love to be here as well.
Perfect. Y bueno, dice que obviamente está muy orgullosa de su hijo. Le encanta también toda la gente que está acá apoyando acá en Chile y que simplemente ha sido increíble. Ahora también quiero preguntarle qué piensa cuando la gente empieza a gritar el nombre de su hijo, cuando empieza a apoyar a Paper Rex. So now I also want to know, what do you feel when you hear the crowd chanting and screaming your son's name and also rooting for Paper Rex?
The crowd in Santiago is on another level. They are really, really good. Yeah, amazing crowd.
Ya la escucharon, le encanta a la gente, le encanta el público y simplemente es impresionante estar aquí gritando, they're screaming for Jing. Y ahora también quiero saber como última pregunta, si tuviera que darle un mensaje motivacional a su hijo en este momento para poder dar vuelta al mapa, ¿qué le diría? So now, this map is pretty close. What would you say to your son as a motivational message in this moment?
Boys, I want to win this map. This is my name. I want to win this map and the next one.
Definitely, that's perfect. Y bueno, quiere decir que ganen, que quiere que ganen este mapa. Y finalmente, eso es todo lo que tenemos por la entrevista. Pearl, thank you very much for this interview. This is all we have, but the game continues. So stay here because we have more games.
A win on Pearl for Pearl. Let's see if PaperX can make it happen. You mentioned it just before we threw to the interview. Same scoreline, the first outing here at Santiago between these teams on this map. How much different does it look now that they swap over to this attacker's side?
Yeah, and I'm very curious, like, PaperX having some trouble dealing with the Waylay still, trying a little bit of a different approach. On this attacker side, are they going to be able to kind of weather the storm and keep Scuba in check? Because Scuba has been red hot. Kiko hit a nice one there at the end too, so you're seeing some really good individual stuff from NRG. Obviously, we've seen it from PaperX too, but I think NRG's been just a little bit better. Jing, please clear that turret. There you go.
A little bit of extra effort there, but Mana worked all the way forward, just outside of club. Ghost in hand. Shot to the corner. Seems like they are suspicious about this. He's just going to have to back away. Does not have a refract setup to take him to safety. Just try to frantically backpedal. Nebula there to cover his escape. And just to make his way over to back screens unscathed.
This is taking a long time for PaperX. This is opening up the opportunity for that A lurk. So this is going to be really difficult for PaperX if they're not able to clear this efficiently and quickly, as it is not going to be long.
Here's how that gate crash. Flush does connect, but he is still just situated, tucked away. Manages to find one. They look to overwhelm him. Jing now going to be traded out as Kiko finds it with the Sheriff. Brock looking for a kill from on high. Kiko, however, ends up getting bogged up. Let's get take it down. We now go into a 3v3, but something just at 12 HP. And the lurk from Ethan around the back. Looking to strike. Takes a while to find Envy there with the frenzy. Divine turning, however. Two more of his own. Ethan now the last one. Standing. His position noted, and something somehow comes away with the headshot. PaperX pick up the pistol, and they're now nipping at NRG's heels.
I don't know how PaperX gets out of these situations. In my mind, they're done. They're screwed. This is over. Great. You get one with the trade, and it's Kiko who finds another. Then Divide just goes crazy with the Sheriff. Sure, why not? They get so lucky that Ethan takes forever with that frenzy spray, so they have enough time to reset and react. I love the way NRG reads this pistol. They just can't quite execute. It's honestly pretty well drawn up. But it's just PaperX, they thrive in those kind of situations.
Full classic self looking for the mid-crunch, and Jing, the one profit from two of those kills, looks for the transfer in for the third. Scuba, however, won't be able to deny that away from him. All the same, run it back, available for the next round. There's Mata and Scuba. Look to see if they can get some additional damage in.
Here. That ice wall to watch your flank. So you
They're
can
just
just
pumping the brakes. They're just waiting for them to come pushing into Art. Meanwhile, Forsaken around the back. Finds the first, spots the other, and something. Gonna try to run him down. Flash doesn't connect, but Device shots through the smoke will. 7-7, PaperX tie it up.
Yeah, that's really big for PaperX. Able to keep a lot of guns over. Economy's gonna be flowing. Jing's ult's gonna be in the mix. He gets two huge kills right off the rip there. All individual shots that get the job done. Something tees up Devi. It's been quite good. I mean, you've got 4 players on PaperX that are into the double digits for kills now. Scoreline 7-7. Right here. Looking really sharp and looking to contest long A. This could be an absolute scrap.
Salvo to hold them off. Cuss lobbed in as well, just to try to get the catch, but will be able to dissuade PaperX from looking for that orb. Jing, of course, not needing it though.
Mata's pretty far ahead here. They're not going to drift that direction.
Joke's over.
There is that. Hot hands going. Clears the corner. Nice lineup.
Yeah, but over the top. Jing just going to go sprinting. Don't think he's going to be rewarded with any vision of a player, but he's got enough vision, enough space. Meanwhile, Mata wants to try to find that punish to buy there to try to cover. A 1-for-1 as the curveball comes in, and Jing trying to hold his own, and hold it he shall. Another curveball going to be lobbed, but the timing is off. Ethan able to collect the kill. Envy going to be taken down at the same time as Brock finds him back over here on the side alongside Kiko. Suddenly it's just Forsaken. The Bulldog in hand, looks for the ADS in, but Kiko a little bit faster on the draw. Cleans it up. Bonus conversion going to be denied. NRG once again find themselves in the lead.
Yeah, NRG reacting really quickly here to the pullback from Long A. They start taking space immediately down mid. They only lose one initially. Jing gets a second. They're able to get the better of the trades with the extra player there. Ethan wise to push the advantage, expecting that Jing was thinking about the curveball. And then on site, really well held. So, big round. NRG has a judge for Scuba sitting right at the front of the A choke. Maybe an outlaw for something there, but most of the players are full armor other than Scuba. So you're gonna have to get lucky with the find.
I don't think you're really gonna be favoring yourself if you're taking an outlaw into a judge fight. It's sat well back though. It's just a bit of noise being made over on this side of the map. Now the rewrap coming through, but you've got this triple stack from NRG in mid. Not quite within the audio range to hear these footsteps just yet, but this does leave Divide potentially exposed for a quick little backstab when he tries to join in with the rest of the team.
Does have his wall there outside a window, so if Ethan trips that, it's gonna put Divide on alert, and he does. He did trip it. This is all so well thought out here for Paper Rex. They have found their space quickly over.
Side evacuated.
Speed. Yeah.
Divide not quite able to find the punish there. Would have loved to get that kill on the Scuba, but look, there's still 3 players working around this side of the map as the plant gets ready to come in. Looking for that suppress, none gonna be found. Something now. Staring in, link position, outlaw in hand, try to see if he can get a catch, but looks like he's gonna have Mata advancing into this spot. Does have that full armor, the gun barrel gonna be spotted. Needs the double pump and finds it. Mata gonna be struck down. Something jumps back over to safety. Player advantage established now for Paper Rex. They look to tie this up yet again.
Here comes Divide.
Jing and hauls the push forward, but the judge gonna be outdone. Jing able to find him now, the curveball swung around in, and Kiko able to turn that so damn fast. As the body block comes in, trying to deny the grab well. The defuse held up to half. Swing out, Kiko lets himself a third, but now it's just Ethan alone, and Divide still here on the site. Cleans up the last 2. Makes it 8-8. And he doesn't run away, doesn't hold on to the gun. But they still get the round win.
This is such a beautiful setup for Paper Rex, able to keep Divide safe for so long for that lurk. Ends up being the difference maker. This as well, this nice position that Something takes. That forward angle cuts off so much of that oomph in the retake by taking Mata out.
Great from Kiko though.
Kiko's been really sharp. I mean, everybody has been. Frankly, all the players in this server are locked the hell in.
Nice.
Envy and Brock, the 2 Sovas, have been having the hardest go of it. But
trying to contribute from range. 6 assists apiece, but there's going to be timeout call now for NRG, the first of this map. Go into the Coinbase win condition, see what the buys are going to be looking like, and as you can tell, it's not too great here for NRG. Could buy down a little bit lower than this, go for some stingers perhaps if they want to, but let's see what the call ends up being from Bonkar.
I think probably some of this might be making sure you're re-clearing A main. Don't let Divide just kind of hang out there. Don't let Paper Rex set up for those lurks. Make sure you're being a little more diligent about clearing some of the angles. But let's see what they want to do. I think overall NRG makes really good adjustments. I mean, that was the reason this series was as close as it was, because both these teams make phenomenal adjustments off of what each other is doing. Let's see if Paper Rex this time not going to be looking to be super aggro for that A main orb. Meanwhile, again, both of the initiators going to be there. Try to contest that space early for NRG, but it's a lot of util you have to commit. Paper X has been happy to kind of seed that over. Now they're starting to line up a bit heavier.
Still betting on what they want to do. Looks like 3-player lean back over towards this A main position. Orb going to be grabbed up. Ethan 2 charges away from having that Armageddon online.
Something again with the Outlaw. Nobody probably going to give him much of an opportunity.
But look at this rotation swing coming through.
Again, no contact today, and they're expecting Paper Rex to just quickly go to the other side of the map, so they're trying to match that space and pace. But it turns out, TP over from something and should be able to work this out pretty quick, I would think. But
yep, they're starting to rotate now. Paper Rex are still slowly approaching the site.
Yep.
Gives an opportunity for NRG to try to pick them apart, get some early damage in. Thought maybe they passed the spike plant over to Jings, get the ultimate online, but instead he's just going to be taking point, working his way over towards Secret. Something is making noise. Just jump up through the window. Oh, the shots end up going wide, and Jing going to be stunned up here into the corner. Mata trying to swing it around the back, but it's still going to be Scuba coming away with that kill. Now a weapon handed over into the hands of Ethan. This is where NRG can thrive. This is where they can find these thrifty wins. It's going to be invested just to take the one rifle out of their hands to push forward into the smoke. Brock going to be taken down. Mata dead as well. Scuba finds another Divide now. Eliminated the Cosmic Divide. Going to be invested. NRG, they want this round win. Hunter's Fury going to be sent out. Kiko tucked away into the corner, able to find the one, but something shuts him down. Scuba finds a third, and the Hunter's Fury will clean him up. It gets messy. It gets chaotic. Envy doesn't survive. Paper Rex find the round win, but that's about as good as it can get for NRG.
it really is. That's a phenomenal round for NRG.
You get 2 ults out.
Yeah. What? This is one of those rounds, whereas if you watch Paper Rex, you're going, why? Why are we doing this? Why is Device ult used?
Just to take the one Phantom out of the equation.
He's just laughing. No care in the world.
And as Paper Rex plays, they continue to vibe, have fun on stage. They just treat Alex like their portrait of Dorian Gray, just molding and aging rapidly in the background. Run it back there. Devi, however, going to be struck down. Mata the peek through the doors into mid, able to find a kill. Run it back, little snap back, just sets up the molly, trying to lay a reflood forward onto this site. Paper Rex, now, maybe scratching their heads a bit. Maybe even thinking twice about this, but no, they will still look to try to commit forward onto the A site. Cosmic Divide going to be used from Forsaken. But now you do have that lockdown available on the back end, given that Envy committed with the Hunter's Fury in the previous round. This has to be respected.
There's no way to clear it.
Just backing away, back into main.
Mata.
Something.
Look at Mata. Oh, there's a corner there.
Tiny little tuck away, and Mata is primed for the taking. Does get killed. Diffuse, however, going to be held up to half. Ethan tagged low. Scuba holding the stairs. Forsaken now gone. The smoke falling. Kiko flushed out. The Diffuse is being committed to, and Jing cannot interrupt it. A nail biter of a round once again, but NRG, they keep it neck and neck.
Yeah, they're starting to get a read here. Starting to find their tempo, their own pace to this. Kind of a 1-for-1 on the backside. Devi actually gets flushed out of mid here by the op. And even though that gets taken down in the long run, Scuba again, absolutely going crazy. Bails out his IGL there before Jing can get a handle on the spray. Now you're gonna have huge ults for retake or whatever you want to do here. That combo you're talking about in play as well with the convergent paths and the Armageddon. It's going to be an eco.
Could be that or with a Hunter's Fury. Brock's one charge off.
Yeah.
Flash place. Flashing. Retrieving
Gotta
flash.
be a little bit more diligent about this mid space. He's going to be the outlaw though for Mata.
Trying to find that alarm bot. Get the turret around the corner as Jing once again just grabbing up that orb. 2 charges from the next run it back. Looks like Envy gonna go late linger, check around A, trying to keep them invested on this side of the map as the drone does go through.
Hold Kiko.
Rotating back, but the call is there from Ethan, who himself is also shifting around. Get some eyes more on this mid position. Sending that stealth drone through Waterfall. Checks over towards the art side, and this is gonna give them a hell of a lot of info.
Yeah, now they should pretty well know this is starting to lean B.
Mata trying to assess which side he needs to be watching, and he chooses correctly. 2 kills found. Forsaken and Jing both gonna get picked apart. Some damage onto Kiko, but still living, still breathing, still able to fight here for NRG. As Gate Crash goes forward, something works his way back screens. Go here on the corner. Manages to find the first, but cannot get the transfer over to Mata. Just be a little bit of damage suffered as Devi trying to lurk up, trying to catch him off guard on this swing, but instead just faces in towards 2. Scuba's still going to be good for it.
10 seconds left.
Time is gone. Envy, 15 health. needs to die, and shall. Mata with a 4K gets NRG up to double digits.
Starting to hold the line. Don't have to use any ults there. Gonna be sitting very pretty to try to counter Paper Rex in this one. Paper Rex is gonna have their dimensional drift. I think Alex wants to talk about how you can avoid these ults, how you can maybe bait them out a little bit. Try to work the map a little bit more. Gonna be one away from a Jing run it back, so that's something you have to consider here as well, because there could be that punish if you really try to overcommit. Could just throw a convergent pass at it, and all of a sudden you're in a world of hurt. Brock did not get his ult though. Something to consider, I suppose, but it's just really good holds now from NRG, starting to really gum up the works when Paper Rex wants to get into mid, get a little bit of space, just being really patient, really cautious with it. And that angle that Mata found there off of that smoke was crazy good.
Feels like from here, if NRG win out this round, break the economy once again, a Paper Rex, they are going to be well slated to close this Pearl out once more. I believe 13-10 the scoreline, the first time that they met here in Santiago. They're going to be looking to try to make that a 13-9. They have so many tools.
It's frankly a scary round for Paper Rex. There's so much to consider. There's so much to worry about. Feels like anything you try might be dangerous. Wall up over at B though. 3 players there for NRG. Let's see what Paper Rex wants to do. The early util from the Tejo.
Again, this is the salve of the orb grab just to deny this out of the hands of Paper Rex.
They're so concerned about a push out somewhere. They just guessed kind of incorrectly.
A lot of pressure now on Forsaken, it feels like. Convergent pass at the ready. Could just tuck to the right to try to dodge this one. Goes into the astral form here behind the pillar. If he gets caught, oh, this could be the round. Taken away. The Saturate will connect as well. Mata with a headshot. The rest of the team now forward onto this A site. Mata going to be scaling in from behind. He's giving that a consideration. Rex trying to take some space. The reveal out onto Kiko, but the punish not going to be found. He's able to stay alive. Back going to be lobbed in. Envy, however, the one to fall on Kiko. Denies the ult from Jing. Vi only able to find the one so far as Ethan will fall, but Grok quickly trades it back. Turn to the curveball, and Kiko cleans him up. Just something remaining, and he cannot take down Scuba. NRG with 4 players surviving bolster the economy, and they get 2 rounds away from closing out Pearl.
Dude, I think Kiko's turned every curveball that Jing has thrown at him. He has been incredible at dealing with this Phoenix. This is just brilliant. The way he uses those smokes against Paper Rex, he gets right ahead of that run it back, knows exactly where it's going to be popped from, and skirts the side of it. And now they've got all their ults still. By the way,
haven't had to use these 4 ultimates to contend with on a rougher buy. 3 Guardians, a Bulldog, and a Phantom. Damn near all half armors. The only real silver lining for Paper Rex in this position is not an outlaw on sight on the other side.
I mean, they've just been so good at dodging a lot of the util, taking control of the extremities. They've always seemingly got that early long A control, and instead of trying to re-clear it, Paper Rex is just kind of trying to force the issue somewhere else on the map. Armbot gonna get tripped by the clone. Paper Rex is just gonna really fully commit to this. I mean,
the drone's coming their way now.
Yeah, NRG's just dug in.
Spot out at least 2 players. Ethan repositioning, sending out the stun. The Hunter's Fury now going across. Jing gonna be struck down to Scuba, finds the kill, and Devi cannot avoid Brock's ult. Spike on the floor, NRG. Looking to take this up the map point with relative ease. Forsaken now, pressure building on him. They'll spot him to 1. Has the 1 tap. Nice back towards Flowers. Hunting for those wallbang shots, but Ethan just on the opposite side, not getting caught. Spike at the same time is slowly being ushered by something towards the B site, but Mata still sat there. Patient as ever.
Hasn't moved a muscle.
30 seconds left.
And I don't know if they're gonna read that at all. Looks like Forsaken doesn't read that Ethan was still tucked away in dugout. The kill found, the footsteps now to be heard. Envy likely to be the last one standing here in a moment as Mana goes up and over the top, and it's going to be a nice little how you doing? The round is over.
Down B.
He cannot recover it. He cannot fight his way back into this. He'll put some damage on Amana, forced to refract. He gets his hands up in the air. But Envy will just stay tucked away. Double dash to avoid the shock dart as well. NRG showing no mercy, not giving them anything for free as they reach map point.
It's just too one-dimensional from Paper Rex, and you're putting yourself into really good positions for these ults of NRG to find value, whether it be the Hunter's Fury, could have been the Armageddon, could have been the Convergent Pass. I mean, the Convergent Pass on the other side of the map, but any of those ults are going to devastate you there in Art.
He got him. Don't kill him.
Now once again, another poor buy. It's a glass cannon for Divide. Some rare contention of this A main space. Paper Rex have been just conceding this over to NRG for the last several rounds. Now we'll look to try to shove them back and make them think that they're once again committing towards this A side of the map.
It is kind of shocking. I mean, when you have a Phoenix, that long A should be very much under your control. Kind of spotted.
I think they've genuinely just been concerned that the tools are available for NRG on the other side. They actually have the punish.
Yeah.
When they were running this previously and they were dominating, constantly being able to grab up every single orb, that was without a Teo in the meta. Mana now, push forward, eating a bit of this damage here from the Nano Swarm. And well, he gets tagged up, so he ends up eating a hell of a lot more. Kiko, his second friendly fire kill with a Nano in this map. Let's see if that ends up being costly.
Trying to just bait Paper Rex and they don't fall for it quite enough.
I mean, it's a smart play. Paper Rex just kind of gets a sense of it and they spam out some shots. Not really either of them's fault. Recon gonna be sent. Jing finding one, spot out onto a couple. Kiko, however, is still able to find a kill before getting traded out. It seems like Paper Rex still yet some fight in them as Brock will fall. A dangerous round at the start, but Paper Rex managed to persevere. Try to bolster the weaponry. So they once again reach 10 rounds on Pearl versus NRG. But can they go further? Because there are still these 3 ults in the hands of NRG.
For sure, and NRG actually gonna call their timeout now. It's gotten up to 10 and Bonkar says, okay, I've got something for you guys now. Just pretty good, just slow aggression, using that Cosmic Divide nicely. NRG goes for something cheeky. You can just laugh it off. Coaches can't, but the players can. And it doesn't end up working out, but again, yeah, you've just been able to hang on to these ults for so long. You've got so much in the tank, and you're probably gonna get Kiko's ult in the mix somewhere in the next round or two.
Yeah. Oh, it's almost guaranteed.
Yep.
Take him having to go from multiple saves, not finding any kills.
Exactly.
To be able to make that happen, so should be able to have it in one away from having that Hunter's Fury as well to try to counteract it.
What do you think the odds are they actually save it for that? I think 0.
Oh yeah, very low.
Near 0.
Forsaken will just say, like, I bet there's someone.
Yeah,
Key halls.
Yeah, just go ahead and rip it.
Let her rip
it and me. We don't have any info there.
Yep.
Who cares?
Steel Guard in hand here for Divide. Does that have them lean in towards doing a fast exec? It's starting to look like yes, but still trying to get a real solid read on what Paper Rex is going to look to do at the start of this one.
Yeah, you have to kind of wait out the salvos almost no matter what. Just can you get a follow-up behind that?
Jing will be one away, so certainly does want to get this orb for himself.
And now they finally kind of try something a little bit different. TP something a little bit faster. It was a little bit of a delay there from Ethan. Kiko spotted out on the back and dugout.
It's the orb handed over. Envy, of course, gets that Hunter's Fury online. Late lurk. Forsaken still back over in mid.
Gonna have that wall again at window by Spawn.
Oh, there's the Hunter's Fury. It's gonna be let loose, looking for a straight tag. One more pulse. Comes up short. Buys some space, but nothing more to be found there. Kiko now. Slotted forward at Secret alongside Ethan. The players making their way over. Forsaken slowly creeping down towards Waterfall. Some warning shots from Brock. It's the angle for now being watched. Forsaken about to swing out to his demise. No! Manages to find Mana! It was Astral Form from Scuba, setting up the ultimate. Forsaken comes up with 2, that's massive.
Look at Jing, he's re-clearing that.
And look at the health. Brock down so very low. Just 70 between the 2 remaining players. Kiko this time, thought it was a full turn away from the curveball. As Brock will try to back away, but Divine will deny. Paper Rex going further than they could the first outing versus NRG. They get up to 11. Now looking to take this into overtime.
This is going to be interesting. Gonna have that run it back. I thought I was right there with you. I thought Forsaken had screwed the timing somehow, some way. And then I love that extra layer that Paper Rex adds to this. Something they haven't shown is a second layer to the lurks. Jing goes for it. Really, really heady stuff there from Paper Rex. Finally able to make a good adjustment. Brock's gonna have an Odin. There's a 3-man push here. Trying to control A long. And Virgin Pass at the ready. Something, actually TP's, fakes TP's forward.
Yeah, it's ready to send if that stealth drone sees anything, but it does not. So we'll be able to retain the ultimate for now. Still have that wombo combo, and Kiko now has a lockdown to boot. Paper Rex will have no good way of trying to clear that out.
Just gotta throw bodies at the problem.
Brock ready with the Odin. The push forward immediately gets the denial on Jing's ultimate. One less thing to be concerned about here for NRG. These Paper Rex look to get themselves into the post plant. Plant dissuaded once again. Has to back away. Envy tagged up to 63, tapping, trying to see if he can get some more util out. Positions. Plants just in front of Halls. Doctor at the tower. Some damage on the Brock, but nothing more to be found there. The lockdown now in play. Divine needing to try to push his way forward on this flank, and Mana taken down before the Saturate can connect. A critical kill to be found for Paper Rex. Still, though, the Armageddon online now going to be invested, shoving them all the way back, and Scuba scaled forward, catches Forsaken off guard. Divine now joining in, Brock burning down, taken out, Jing has him with a molly. Thorns now as well to continue to delay on this defuse. Envy finding 1, Envy finding 2! As Paper Rex find themselves in OT.
Somehow, some way, Paper Rex with everything stacked against them. Ultimates galore for NRG, and they still get the job done. Winning some big battles. Divide goes up to 20 on the map. This one's huge, right ahead of the Saturate. What balls to go for that reswing there. Absolutely ridiculous. And then they all just group up and it's a firing line. Unbelievable, unbelievable.
Had an OT to round out the first series. Now we're just gonna go ahead and start this one. An OT on Pearl. No glass cannons in sight. Something just with that Vandal in hand. It's Jing sending out that molly once again. The concuss there, and Mana gonna take some damage. Not too much. Fortunate that he has that vulnerability while he is snapping back with the refract. Otherwise, he would have been a hell of a lot worse off.
Divide puts the wall here, trying to give them a little bit of an early warning system. It's a quick pivot from Paper Rex, expecting NRG to kind of do what they normally do.
It's not going to be that early of a warning system. Drone now going out, the stealth drone coming through. Mana forward over the wall. Kiko boosted up on top of it, trying to get an angle maybe over that smoke. Divine now going to be flushed out, stunned, taken down. Scuba able to find the first blood here in OT. It's a quick grab, well set up to try to dissuade and stop the plan from coming in. So far, it has worked a treat, and NRG are now considering maybe a full rotation as they get locked off by this blaze wall. Could just cut back across towards B, which Forsaken is absolutely considering and trying to get ahead of. Looks like they're just going to pump the brakes though. Kiko still in such a committed position. Try to play in with numbers, so they will just go ahead and slowly start scaling their way back in from that art side.
30 seconds left.
Just feels like they were testing the patience of Paper Rex. Here they go.
Plant and play, Jing taking down Scuba with another Envy pushing forward, is able to find Ethan. Finds himself a second before getting traded, and Kiko there to bail out Brock. Forsaken now, a 1v3 to try to find this opening round. Kiko just playing in behind the turret, swings in, reads it gorgeously, finds that headshot, doesn't eat any damage. But can he manage to separate them? Forsaken makes a go of it, but Mana, his hands just a bit taller as NRG back up to map point.
Yeah, it's just NRG just pushing A the whole way, something they didn't do a lot of, maybe at all, on their attacker side, and it catches Paper Rex a little bit off guard. You know, Divide just gets completely screwed by utility, has to decide between a rock and a hard place, goes for the forward push-up, still gets caught anyway. And then you're playing patient, but as soon as they start to go for that retake, that curveball, that first one coming out of Flowers doesn't hit anything. And then NRG just starts knocking players down. Envy makes a go of it, so does Forsaken, but double kills for both of them, not enough.
And now the OT timeout call from the NRG camp. Bonkar does not want any resets. He does not want this one to go the distance. He wants to see his players close this out right here, right now, with a solid, concise game plan. Rex back onto the attack. Don't mind this proactivity.
It's neck and neck between these two teams. Obviously, we're in overtime, but really the difference maker has been Scuba, 26 and 18. Been absolutely just hot from the start, right from that first pistol round. And see if he's got some more in the tank here. Looks like we're gonna have dueling glass cannon ops. Divide gonna be the one to grab it here for Paper Rex.
A reconsideration.
Oh, okay, okay.
Not gonna be having that. No off battle to be had. V, at least wanted to set up perhaps a recon over on this side of the map, but he peeks out, he is almost certainly going to be dead. This is far too accurate. Forward push, getting the alarm bot situated. B showing some face outside of B, but already rotational call is coming in.
I like this clear from Paper Rex. I'd like to see them be a little bit cagey with this, try to sell a little bit false info, but just committing.
Clone leading the way. Seeing a couple shots from that turret. Recon cleared out by Kiko here at Dugout. Another one gonna be lobbed for the ping reveal on the two, and Brock able to find Envy off the back of that one. Gorgeously set up as Brock finds himself a second. Jink dead! Brock finds three! And now it is just Forsaken and Divide. A 2v4 with Kiko still tucked away here on the site. Spraying and praying. Shot goes wide from Mana. Doesn't find the pick that they would really love to have. What are you meant to do here if you are Paper Rex? They're gonna turn tail, cut the noise, start trying to work their way over to that B site. But NRG have the upper hand. They're looking to bring this map to a finish.
30 seconds left.
Just been too quiet, so you can rotate a player over. What is Scuba gonna do? Is he gonna wait it out, or is he gonna go try to do some damage?
Set up the pop of that one, the tap on the plant, trying to see if they get any info out. Divide, noise made. Scuba knows that this player's below him, can relay that over, and I think Paper Rex are gonna get caught off guard, not realizing just how early NRG was in position. And there it is, the finishing shots that refuse to come through. NRG picking up the win on their map pick, 14-12.
Right back where we left off between these two teams, just absolutely neck and neck the whole way. Paper Rex making it close, but it's still NRG taking Pearl again.
Well, now we have Bind coming up next to see if NRG can close it out 2-0 or if Paper Rex pushes the distance.
Red Bull gives you wings. The human body was built to move. Not trapped at a desk in one singular posture for 12 hours a day. It's time your chair evolved. This is Secret Lab Titan Evo. Ergonomically engineered for you. Gamers, hybrid workers, artists. Backing your every move.
chapter in the esports history books is finally here.
And they fold it in his hands yet again. Steps up to the plate, and he could knock this one out of the park. Now they shall be engraved alongside the greats.
I love so much Forsaken. You're the best player in the game.
Good luck. Win Masters. Forsaken. I love you.
Hello, Forsaken. I left the stove on. Could you check it out, please?
To where we started, come back to where we from, come back to where we started, the night won't last for long, come back to 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 when techno wasn't on, come back.
Ponla pa' subirle esa chapa, me gustan pila y tú sabes que yo soy puto que estoy la es mentira. Full de los bolsillos pa' darte lo que tú pidas, ya están dándole a la tu si va con un vuelo de ida. Ponla pa' subirle esa chapa, me gustan pila y tú sabes que yo soy puto y que estoy la es mentira. Full de los bolsillos pa' darte lo que tú pidas, ya están dándole a la tu si va con un vuelo de ida. Ponla pa' subirla, ponla pa' subirla, ponla pa' subirla, ponla pa'.
Jen here with Coach Bonker of NRG. Now, Yoru, Phoenix, Vice. You don't really see that every day, but I feel like you guys had an exceptionally good read on Paper Rex and their new comp. How were you guys able to adapt to them so fast, and what has been the key to the success on Pearl?
I mean, we got caught off guard with the comp, to be honest, but we played against it a similar comp in Americas with G2, played Phoenix. It was just trying to talk as much as possible in all freeze times and going through all the protocols and stuff that we learned from G2 and just really taking advantage of their timeout as well to just communicate as much as possible and grinding out the game.
Thank you so much and best of luck.
Welcome back to the Brains Trust here at Masters Santiago. Yes, we got a bit of a throwback composition out of PRX there, one that we saw variations of this last year, more with the Jet mixed in, but the Phoenix was there getting fed a lot of those ult orbs, and then Jing was just bounding onto some of those sites. But it does feel like in keeping with last time we saw this map, NRG had an answer.
Yeah, but it took so long to get there, right? I think the way that Bonkar put it of grinding it out was very apt. Paperex was getting away with a lot early, especially in that second half with these executes. But it was NRG again, as in their previous series that have come down to a comeback. It was finding the correct adaptation late in the game, and here it was these key retake rounds on their defense.
Yeah, we saw it time and time again, and sometimes it's about letting out the space. You know that the Phoenix can be extra aggressive, and even though Jing was not having the best of the times, yes, they were working for the orbs a lot and conditioning a lot constantly on aiming, both on the attack and the defense, trying to get that orb and work towards those ultimate. By the end of the game, especially on that last rounds that we saw from NRG, they were using that against Paperex to get into their heads and condition them to go into the sites and make decisions that they really didn't want to make.
They're playing off the sights, right? Heavy retake against this Phoenix in a lot of these rounds, too.
It looked really good. I think part of the reason it was so successful was that they very often had Mata either opping out towards mid or fighting the other extremity. In a lot of these rounds, it was taking some space towards B long, which meant that they had the map information to know there wasn't going to be alert causing problems, like, so they could confidently play that retake style and give space to that Phoenix. The Phoenix absolutely thrives when he's swinging into you, taking forward fights you don't expect with the flash, but when you're the one setting the pace, fighting into him instead, you nullify so much of that agent's value.
What about the retake potential of this comp? Because our Verizon high-speed moment features a PRX retake towards the end of that first half, of which a Phoenix is a big part of.
Yeah, here's the thing. I think that is the towards the end of the half. As we're saying, we see in this wall conditioning that we had seen throughout the entirety of the half. Sometimes there's an operator on the other side, sometimes there isn't. Jing with the ultimate, completely crazy jumps across all of the utility. Not only is a drone, he's also good for a kill, and the Vi just also helps a lot with the jump.
Paperex are the best team in the world at playing off each other in hyper-chaotic team fights. That was ridiculous, the pace of that one, around the ult from the Phoenix just bounding around the corner, and Devi is immediately there to follow up. That's why this team is so terrifying when they play these kind of weird Phoenix compositions that you would have thought are completely automatic before.
Yeah, you would think if it doesn't make sense, and then Paperex.
Yes, but they make it work, and they really force your fundamentals to be perfect if you're not going to let them just run you over.
Obviously, not the kind of foot that PRX want to start on in this series, but Pearl, they struggled against NRG with in the past. Let's hear what the takeaways are for Coach Alex for PRX.
Jen here with Coach Alex of Paperex. Now, Alex, without the Neon and the Yoru in this meta, you kind of miss out on the maximum speed you can have for W Gaming. So why did you guys choose to innovate this way? And with what happened on Pearl, do you feel like it was just you guys needing more reps with this new comp, or NRG's Pearl was just too strong to crack at the end of the day?
Yeah, I think we went with comfort mostly. Definitely need more reps. But I think we gave a good fight with like not much days to prepare. So bottom line is NRG is a very good team, very hard to beat.
Speaking of innovation, Bind that's coming up next. Is today the day?
Yeah, maybe. You see.
Obviously, Gecko would be the only agent that Forsaken hasn't played in an official yet. That's what everyone's excited about, and he's been trolling, he's been hinting it on social media too.
Is this the moment? Is now where we're going to see it? Because, I mean, it makes sense. We were teasing about well, it's a surprise that they pick up the Bind, and probably if that was an option open, because they have not been getting the best of the results. They play a little bit of a composition that we do not see anywhere else in the world. I know it's Paperex, but
it was weird.
Yeah, they made changes on Pearl. Why wouldn't they make them on Bind?
Yeah, I want to see them change away. I don't like this KO comp. I think that they should go back to the Yoru. He's hovering the Gecko.
What do you think about the veto?
What? I'm sorry, I'm seeing something hover Gecko here. He played it back in the day. He opted on this agent back in the day,
and he's locking it. And the harbor is there. I was saying I wanted to see it in this map, and I think that this could be a display, an amazing one, because you have both the Sky and the Gecko to come at the end of those walls. I think that could be incredibly explosive to see.
This is such a wild card map to see thrown into the pool for both these teams.
Surprises on the other side as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to harken back my memory. I swear we've seen at least a very similar comp from Paperex with the Gecko Sky, maybe the Harbor too. This is wild wonderland.
Where's the Teho Wale for NRG?
Gone.
They've completely moved away from it. We've got two teams that are innovating in real time, folks. That's pretty wild. I'm hyped for this one indeed. So let's get map number 2 rolling over to you, Achilleos. Paper Thin, take it away.
Paperex is as Paperex does to change it up again, but NRG is there to match. Massive changes from both of these teams, and yes, the Gecko is there. It is not in the hands, however, of Forsaken, it's going to be something who once again picks up this agent that he has not played in a damn long while.
So basically, we're running it back to 2024 here as Paper Rex. This is the comp they were running, pretty similar to it in most regards. So I don't know. I mean, they just decided to turn the clock back today and go for whatever they want to do. It's Paper Rex, who knows? Going for that 1-3-1 split here on the pistol round. Of course, Forsaken, at the very least, the Cove no longer a throwable, so you don't have to worry about any incidents over on that B site lineup.
Could be still a misplaced
You know,
smoke.
I'm not counting them out yet.
No, nor am I, but this is a little bit of a head scratcher. Let's see whose changes, whose brilliance will outshine the other here on this map. NRG still an opportunity very much to make this a 2-0 affair. After a very lengthy opening series of the day, Jing gonna be taking that first contact, but still will be able to take that first kill. Mana gonna be shut down, but Jing down to 2 HP. There's something, it's a piece of the action. Ethan going to fall, but Scuba Brock now fighting back. Something finds himself another.
See that shot?
On the ground. HP's widely just not going to be there for these two remaining players on NRG. Kiko with 7 health. Diving through the teleporter. No further util to speak of here for Paper Rex. Kiko as well. That well has run dry. Needs these to be clean. Headshot, taps. Fades back away. Gets the reload. Envy taking point, and Envy taking his head. Paper Rex will find the pistol to start off bind.
Just a crazy round here. The fact that Jing wins his battle to Showers is absolutely mad. He takes some damage and then finds the headshot through the wall. And I am 90% sure something got a kill, and as he was running back into U-Haul, taps another head. Watch this. Bang, I think he hits one on the way out there.
That's the Brimstone.
Yep. Good God.
Very much on. I mean, the desk was highlighting it. He will hop on this character. He will bring out the operator with the Gecko. Also worth noting for Envy, only the second ever showing in a tracked game that he's had on Brimstone. See how well practiced this is as time goes on.
Yeah, typically it's been Forsaken. Judge gonna be there for something.
Just looking to try to shrug off some of that damage from the paint shell. Finds plenty on the Brock, and Forsaken's gonna find Scoop at the same time. They're trying to get that alert going onto the A site and maybe call for the rotation, but both players now eliminated. The 3 remainders for NRG gonna be scratching their heads, wondering where they can go to try to get the spike planted.
Well, they're gonna take a pause and try to go for B instead. Showing some presence on A has pulled the extra player at the very least. But still, very healthy. Jing and Envy over here.
Tuck back from Envy. Spot on the first, eats the damage, eats the kill. Brock able to strike him down. Brimstone still there with just a sliver, but Kiko is able to find Forsaken. Satchel's across, wants to grab the weapon. The Mosh into backside. Brock not quite caught by that, sets up the smoke, but Jing will be able to pre-fire the angle. Finds the kill, paint shell at his feet, and Kiko will go down. Jing finding 3, and now it's gonna be 1 charge away from that showstopper as we go into Paper Rex's bonus.
Yeah, this is pretty decent here for Paper Rex. Got a little bit scrappy there for a moment, a few kind of whiffy shots. Some of those close range SMGs, but at the end of the day, able to get through it, keep 3 guns, get close to that showstopper. Jing just running him down there. Paint shells bounces, Kiko not able to get out of the way. Nice little throw there.
And there's gonna be a timeout call. What? NRG calling a timeout. After dropping the pistol, dropping this anti-eco, I have to wonder what this is about. We take a look at the Coinbase win condition.
Just, I am very confused. I mean, I didn't see anything too head scratching there. I think they were making some okay decisions in that follow-up round. Again, did some damage. Able to take a couple guns away, get some armor damage in there. Nothing too crazy, maybe just something in the comms he doesn't like or something they're not communicating properly. Could just want to talk about how to settle the players down a little bit or something.
Maybe it's just as simple as, okay, 2 rounds observed. I have an idea of how Paper is going to try to, widely macro this composition on the map, and I need to let you know ASAP rather than have you try to figure it out yourselves. But certainly unorthodox, but let's see if it ends up working for them as we go into the bonus. See the weaponry here for Paper Rex. NRG already should be favored in that regard. Bonkard does perhaps just want this to be as clean as possible, stop that potential snowball from coming through.
Looks like they really want to deny that B orb. Already 4 players lined up at Fountain. Jing trying to see if maybe he can get in there. Let's take a look. The early smoke, actually the Cove.
And he will end up falling.
Huge.
Big overcommit. I'm trying to grab that. Envy just going to be scooping up the weapon, backing away. Now joined 2 other players here on the site. Fine, Forsaken. Trying to see if they can slow things down. Forsaken just going to be scooping up a Sheriff. Part of that just had a classic in hand.
But by the way, it's nice to see Devi back on Sky, one of his agents that he was so impactful with on setting up the duelists of Paper Rex in Days Yonder. Now, Paper Rex making their rotations as well. Envy just going to hold the line at B just in case.
Pass set up on this wall. NRG going to know that this Harbor has counter-rotated back over. Go up and over the plan coming through here on the corner. Mata, shot ringing out, now the spot there onto something. Trying to utilize this Judge, but I don't see them going pushing at him. It's gonna be sending the mollies through. Ethan tries to swing around back truck. Brock will end up falling, something gonna be getting one for his troubles. Envy now starting to arrive. Needing to win out a fight, back over at short. Something is able to find another kill. He held at bay, his position known. NRG just not going to be giving him the window to find some more damage. Kiko could maybe go on the hunt, get that showstopper online, but looks like they will just leave it to Mata. See if he can find this final shot. Envy going to be coming up empty-handed.
Gonna get hit in the back.
Oh. Ends up falling. Scuba with another charge towards that pit. NRG do manage to go ahead and get that bonus denial. The 2 players lost.
Yeah, it's all just overstacking for this shield on the Cove so they could deal with the orb. Still gets it, doesn't matter. Don't get anything else out of it, yeah. Just maybe a frustration there that you got a little bit counter-red as Paper Rex. So for what it's worth, the timeout does work. Can say that, but is that gonna be something that maybe later on in this map they're kind of regretting a little bit? Showstopper to consider. Over in Showers is Jing, but peeling back a little bit. Mata wants to try to clear that space. Meanwhile, Paper Rex will control along B. They haven't really seen anything, though. None of the Hawks let out yet for Devi, who's only on a Spectre right now.
Trailblazer will go through. Checking the Showers, but not going to get the spot on Mata. He barely caught a glimpse of Ethan as that ping does come in.
Portal closed.
Mata still looking forward. Jing just jump peeking from back truck, trying to see if there's any scale forward. Same time, that tide goes up. It's looking to make NRG think twice about working their way forward into this site.
Love to know where that raise. Love to know where that raise is.
Yeah, double push out of Hookah. Do they scale off the back of this is going to be my question. Forsaken gonna get grabbed up, tucks back away, Kiko up and over the truck. Saw where the paint shell comes from, but still is able to plant his feet, and Forsaken none the wiser. Ends up getting taken down as Rocket's gonna be exchanged, but it's Jing coming out on top in that regard, but Ethan is there for the trade back. Just something in Devi now, barely arriving onto this B site. A site, I should say. As they're gonna have their work cut out for them. Just a Spectre for Devi. Could try to play this one out, but something. I have to imagine that going for the save certainly does appeal.
Want to try to get the gun over to Devi if they can, but not going to be given.
Repositioning, but yeah, they will just have to back away. Devi finds the upgrade, so just the Phantom to be carried over. The 2 players to tuck back into spawn. NRG will tie it up at 2-2.
Yeah, just a slow reaction here, it feels like, from Paper Rex. I thought it'd be blast pack up and over as soon as this execute starts coming through. As soon as you hear those blast packs from Kiko ring out and you try to kind of thwart this attack before it even happens, but he just gets all the way in the back of U-Haul for free because they're backed out all the way in towards the link. So I don't know, are we gonna see an early timeout from Alex now?
I think we might just. Yes, yeah, have it confirmed on our screens. It's going to be another timeout call. These coaches trying to play chess with one another, but man, what a shot to take Jing out of the air. That was nasty from Ethan.
Yeah, frustration. I think just maybe the protocols there falling apart for Paper Rex. Again, trying something a little bit different. And something this, I'm sure they've had time to prepare in the lead up to this event. They haven't shown it yet, but it isn't quite going the way they expected, and they opted to try something a little bit different in the map draft and try to catch NRG on a map that they struggled on the only time they played it in Americas. And it's kind of hard because everybody's playing different stuff and trying to get the read on each other here. It's going to be so crucial. You're going to have already an early op for Mata, it looks like. Going to be invested. I mean, you have so much cash flowing for NRG now, whereas Paper Rex is in a very tricky position with theirs. They're going to have a Judge. They're going to have a Bulldog for Envy.
Health economy also starting to get a little bit wobbly by comparison. Forsaken, 2 charges away from having the Reckoning online, but that Nightfall very close for Ethan. Brock 1 away from the orbital strike. Once again, I'm going to try to just push out. No, it's not a contest for the orb. It's just Jing being sent forward. It's looking for the catch here on the Scuba, takes him low. Lobs at the paint shell, but he's able to back away, surviving with just 30 HP.
Okay, got some early damage done, but again, you're leaving Showers all to Mata. That's a part of the map that Paper Rex just isn't interested in contesting at all so far. I mean, Forsaken is going to use his High Tide to cut off some of that space. This time, it's to re-clear.
Trailblazer with a chase out, the blast back forward, and Kiko looking for the kill, but Devi able to hold his own. Pop flash forward, a glimpse there, and actually catches Scuba there behind Brock, who's still far forward, but Devi maintains his composure and holds down the angle. Envy now collecting the weapon, it's just Mata. The operator in hand will be able to find the one, jumps back over towards Market. This would be one hell of a clutch. Something repositioning there within Showers. Mata making the noise. Does he double back? Does he just go for the save?
30 seconds left.
To anticipate that the latter is probably the most likely. They do have the money, but don't as well want to be funneling over any extra ult charge to these Paper Rex players. 14 seconds remaining. Mata will just stay tucked away. And Paper Rex, the timeout call, working a treat, gets him a very clean round win.
Yeah, able to establish some presence there, and then the follow-up from Devi is just brilliant. I mean, again, you can see, used to be such a highly regarded Sky player, and that's one of the reasons right there. His flashes are so good on this agent. Probably get to see some pretty good ones as well on the attack side when we get to it, and that's going to give him the Seekers. Envy's going to get his ult. Brock toying with an Odin, doesn't want to go for it, has the orbital strike behind it. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Oh, and he's so fast to react to Brock there. Envy does a great job holding the line at Hookah too. So Paper Rex able to establish some control. They're going to show a completely different look on this round.
Looks like they're just going to continue to try to get these crunches going. This one a little bit more slower pace though. Pop flash out, check over towards the Showers side. So we'll be able to get the spot onto Ethan. Pushes his way right back into Showers. Paper Rex drift back in the relative safety of the A site.
Yeah, kind of like how Paper Rex wants to use this cove early to establish some presence.
Ethan took the orb though, so Nightfall's online. Flash in, turns from that. They would love to try to take him out of the equation. It's just far too risky for them to pursue that deep, and now they're maybe considering even a rotation, but the ults do start flying. Paint shell over towards short to try to delay the approach. The orbital strike obviously not going to be catching anybody here in Envy. Still alone on that B side of the map. Does have his ult in the back pocket. Ethan going to be found as Forsaken just sprays through the wall, finds the kill. Kiko going to be good for one as Devi does get taken down. Just the clone through the teleporter for now. Something.
Oh,
considering the check. And Scuba might just find himself a massive backstab timing.
He has to control this space.
Watching for the moment. Shot now ringing out.
30
Jane
seconds left.
taking some additional space here at Lamps. Scuba on the approach. Something needs to win out this fight. They spot one another. Mod at the same time is able to find two. Jing and Forsaken both taken down. Something not pushed out of the corner, but he is absolutely pinned in. Drifts back across the bite. The wingman considered for a moment if the plant comes through. But is he going to be sent out? Mata with a spot, makes his exit. Now it is just Envy. In a 1v4, he is going to have to retreat. No hope in this round. NRG are going to keep it neck and neck.
It's just a great pause that NRG calls here. Even though they lose a little bit of contain on the site, they're able to re-clear that space. Scuba, again, doing so much heavy lifting. Mata, of course, amazing in that round. Went into A-Lamps and absolutely took control. But they were pinched in there for a little bit, but because they paused, Paper Rex isn't really sure what to make of it. They're trying to hold the line. They're trying to be patient, and then they try to get aggro. Mata just kind of baits them with an op shot through that door. Out of Lamps. Oh, what a shot from Forsaken. I don't know, Divide just goes swinging there. Yeah, Forsaken again trying to use that Storm Surge to punish, and
he's pushing ahead of it though.
Yeah.
Stun.
Look, boys, every
Shorts
time
are not
you slow
really
down,
registering.
there's no chance, guys. Let's go.
Heard it there from him. Slow down the pace. Don't allow for Paper Rex to dictate the way that this map is going. You will find yourself with the upper hand. So far, 3-3. They're managing it pretty damn well. As something's just still swinging out. He's fully blinded up. Mata will get tagged, but the kill cannot be found. That is a critical punish. So once again, slows down his ability to try to generate these ultimates as well. Not yet seen that first thrash.
Now you're gonna have to really hold the line here. You're giving up all along B.
They're gonna try to go on a double push. Envy will be able to come out with the kill. Flash connecting, knows there's a couple players contained there at market, but it's gonna be Ethan and Brock fighting back. Fighting for their lives. Forsaken now tucked away just underneath this hookah exit. Mata will jump down. He's gonna try to play this patiently. Finds the transfer, no! Ethan turns back! Whoa. He'd already suffered some damage and he still manages to best him. What a reaction from Ethan. Jing now hearing fake out on the TP. Mata on the peak and has the headshot. NRG up 4-3. Paper Rex left reeling.
I mean, again, NRG can just play safe, play cautious, and they have follow-up plans behind stuff. I don't know whose flash actually ends up catching something there, but okay, it was the Yoru's.
I believe, yeah.
I was worried it was Device for a second, because I saw the setup to try to get him, but I held my breath. I don't know, what in the world is that, Ethan? Absolutely ridiculous, yeah. At least Jason can laugh it off a bit, but oh my God, you're getting...
I mean, it's a pained smile, and yeah, it's another timeout call. Just 7 rounds played here in this first half, and Paper Rex, Alex is sending everything that he has to try to rack up these remaining rounds.
Must feel really confident on the attacker side. I mean, here at Master Santiago, Bind, a couple times we've seen it, has been very attacker-sided, actually. So it just maybe feels like this defender side is really where they got to get value. Really got to make sure that now you've got your own adjustments. Okay, NRG's got the read on our aggressive plays. Maybe we can find some purchase in being a little bit better at, you know, hitting them when they're trying to go through chokes. You know, you got a lot of options there to slow things down with all the flashes, with the mollies. You know, you've got so much in the kit here to make life really miserable on those executes. If you can just hold the line a little bit at the extremities, if you can hold the line at Long B and Showers, I think you can keep NRG uncomfortable. It's not an easy task, obviously. Mata's been really good this map.
It really has been, and Kiko just continuing. He's having glow up after glow up. Map over map is Forsaken won't forward push into the smoke. We'll be able to find Kiko, but it's at the cost of his life as well as something's. Big trade up. You take pretty much every single time if you're NRG. PaperX now rotating over, trying to get into position to pull off miracle retake here in thrifty fashion. Paint shell over to the corner, unoccupied. So just fast reposition back over towards short, getting tucked away. PRX running out of util.
Just give him space.
Oh, well. Didn't quite make it on top of the box, and Ethan will be able to shut him down, finds the follow-up. Divine out dead, and there's the closer, just a one casualty, NRG. And not allowing for Thrifty to bloom. They find themselves now with a 2-round lead.
All right, now you finally got a bunch of ults here for PaperX. Some things that certainly were being talked about during that timeout. Mata still has that dimensional drift to play with. Just again, going for a little bit of aggression, and then you got to rotate your strong side over. And I love the way NRG thinks about it. Just give them the space, let them have it, because they're going to have to retake it eventually when they go try to get in towards that spike. You've got the better long-range guns, and there's probably a shotgun or something floating around in the mix. Kiko really close to another showstopper. Scuba one away from a pit. This could get really dicey really fast. Both teams getting in their ult cycles. Crucial rounds here, especially for PaperX being down 5-3.
Samasha trying to delay. The double rescale forward into Hookah. Pop flash out. Gonna be spotted there until they see Brock, and Divide eats so much damage. Tag down to 41. Samasha now gone.
But have you shown enough presence now that you're gonna push NRG over to the other side of the map? It looks like it. Just sent them into the stack that you want them to be at. A couple big ults here.
Prowler spotting Jing up over top of the truck. Stray shots, not finding much of a connection as it will be the dimensional drift out from Mata. Scouting forward, the Reckoning gonna be sent. Forsaken trying to slow up the rest of the team. Deny them from being able to play off this information that Mata is gathering. Rotates around towards the defender side, and now PaperX have to have their heads on a swivel. They are two-man hunting, trying to find this Yoru, but he still has the operator in hand as Forsaken gets the bad news. Just a little bit of minor damage. Orbital strike called in, trying to delay, deny the plan from going over. The peak coming in. Jing again, able to avoid getting caught by that, but then Brock is there on the flank, shuts him down. Inby's gone.
10 seconds left.
And once again, PaperX cannot find a damn thing. NRG are reading them like a book.
It's just really early on Forsaken's ult. They're able to stall that out. NRG, again, just finding the tempo, finding their timings, and PaperX cannot adjust.
You commit two there. The orbital strike as well as that Reckoning, and now look at the ult economy here for NRG. Showstopper online, one from the Nightfall, one from that orbital, the pit available for a post plant. Things are not going to get easier for PaperX whatsoever. So you're gonna have three players at NRG cash capped. Pop flash out, Divide looking to try to take another down with him. Get closer to those Seekers, but Scuba will be able to find him. NRG now 3 rounds in the lead, looking for even more.
Yeah, I mean, this is starting to get really concerning for PaperX. You get NRG to do what you want them to. They go into your stack of ultimates, and you still can't pull the round through, and it's Mata again, just being an absolute nightmare, an absolute nuisance. Just so sturdy with that op right now. PaperX looks rattled.
Need to find some kind of breather, some reprieve, but NRG are not looking to give them anything in exchange. Not going to give them anything for free. Forsaken, the lone hero Vandal. Divide staying tucked back here for now. If he goes for that jump peek, you have to suspect that Mata is going to be good for the shot, but Forsaken on the walkabout is able to find Ethan.
Should be a gun scoop up for Jing.
Can push forward, try to recover that one. Still has to take the time, make sure that the coast is clear. He will be able to recover the Phantom in the end. At the same time, NRG. 4-player push ready to exec here into this B site. Kiko looking for a player, spot on the one. The showstopper going to be lobbed in Devi, able to find Brock before getting taken down by the Razalt. Zinvi. Trying to scale forward, slot in around the side. The spot out onto the Yoru, swings in, finds it, Forsaken delivers. The 3K with the hero rifle to pull off the MasterCard Thrifty. Paper Rex will break his 4-round win streak from NRG.
Crucial, and it's the way they do it. They just spread the map. They're just slowly pushing the extremities. They're finding that open space, and they're able to catch Trent, or excuse me, Trent. Ethan, it's another English name, you know,
Sure.
completely off guard. And therefore, they scoop up a gun. They're able to take complete map control off the back of that, hold their lines really nicely. Very well thought out there. A great changeup from Paper Rex when things just were looking dire.
Scuba again, avoiding this setup. Jing now kind of pinned in and kind of needs to back away, but he actually sticks around. He's going to be able to find a kill. Follow-up, however, not to be found, so it ends up being a 1-for-1. The Raze is down on the floor. Do manage to get something planted on this deep angle, but all of NRG, once again, rotating away, working their way towards this A side of the map. Double stack into Showers. Be about to take that first contact. Spot out onto one. The swing now coming in. It's just a 3-player face, and they both get picked apart. The pain shall continue, it would seem. Paper Rex struggling to find any consecutive round wins outside of the pistol and the anti-eco. The money's still in the dump, something still with that operator. Divine needs to hold on to this. 2-player save is NRG. All the time in the world to chat about, I don't know, what they want to eat tonight. They're looking to close this out in 2-0 fashion.
For sure. And again, you're able to establish some map control here as Paper Rex. You've got Long B, but you're not shifting players over, and you're just trying to double stack Shower, trying to catch him off guard with the Storm Surge, but I don't know if the near side just doesn't land quick enough, and Paper Rex swings a little too early on it. Vi.
Needing to hold on to it, and it will be knife out, so one apiece there, but something doesn't retain the operator. Brock wrangles that out of his hands. That should be there for another purchase, and it is. It's not with that full armor. Paper Rex, a chance to try to make this a 7-5 half. NRG, however, given the form, given the shooting that we're seeing, the decision-making from this team, they should be well set up to make this 8-4. Live for stats.
Well, couple ultimates on either side. Jing one away from a showstopper as well. Seekers, Thrash, they can do. Just trying to pop those Cove shields so soon, knowing that Paper Rex wants to play behind them. Really proactive from NRG.
Something. Managing to find a kill there. Base of short. Still another tip of the spear here in the hands of Kiko. Still be that entry power. Spike gets brought around towards the B side. Something as well, repositioning. Staring in towards Hookah. Has to back away. Seeker's now going to be let loose. Confirms the presence. One forward here inside of guard. The push out of the smoke though, and Scuba able to outdo Devi. Push to the corner. Inby taken low, taken down. Scuba with the swap to the shorty. Comes away with the kill. Oh! And these ultimates aren't finding a damn thing. No detain off the Thrash. No damage off the showstopper. Jing is immediately shut down as Forsaken once again has to try to deliver. But he cannot. Brock holds his own, cleans up 2, and NRG make it up to 8.
They've just got the read. They know exactly what Paper Rex wants to do almost every round, and they just wait them out. The patience is a virtue.
Both timeouts from Paper Rex in that opening half. This attacker's side, it has to be something different. They have to find their footing, otherwise NRG are going to be making very quick work of Paper Rex.
y vamos a hacer algo bien interesante, gente. Estoy aquí con Tatodin, la mejor Odin del mundo. Totodin, y con
Benjamín, el mejor equipo, PaperRex.
Bueno, bien, vamos a hacer un push-up competition, lagartijas, flexiones, como le digan. Y pasamos los carteles. A ver, ¿cuántas crees que vas a hacer? Rápido. 40. ¿40? ¿No?
No sé.
Ok, bueno, tomen posición de una vez. Cuando suene la sirena vamos a comenzar. Y todo espacio y riesgo me va a ayudar a contar, ¿va? Cuando quieras. Ok. Dale, dale, dale. Vamos, vamos, Benja. Ok. Comienza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No escucho. 12, 13, 14, 15. Más abajo.
Well, the guy repping NRG
16, 17,
is kind of just
18,
replicating the performance that we've seen so far on Bind.
21,
PaperX lagging behind, trying to play catch up, trying to find their comfort. And he's just staring at him. He stuck his tongue out at him as well. He's taunting him. That's a pretty good side-by-side comparison of what has occurred so far in this first half. PaperX now over onto the attack. Onus is on them to show us why they made these pivots, why they went back to this comp, and that it does have legs, that it can find impact. They can turn things around from here.
And it's gonna be tough, no matter how you cut it. It's a critical pistol round for PaperX. You feel like in this match to send it to split. You know, that Viper to deal with. It's been really hot stuff from Mata. Ethan on his own. The Mosh there though, late.
He's able to back away. Trailblazer maybe catching a glimpse of him, but Paint Shell's now going to be lobbed forward in towards Garden. Something looks to try to recover that Mosh. Shot's going to be flying, and Forsaken going to be taking on the first one in. Now Jing gone as well as Ethan finds him through the smoke. You are picked up, and look at the health bars of NRG. Barely any dents.
They just try to get ahead of the util there. Everything thrown at that choke, and Forsaken gets through, but he's just running to try to get to some kind of safety. Scuba slipping the net.
Checking around the back towards Cave, and now maybe finding a timing on Envy as well, who just does not seem to be reading this position. He has not. Scuba continuing to excel. It's a shot across onto something, putting him down to 40 HP. It's 71 between these two remaining players. Heal will be there from Devi. Teleporter now being taken.
That's
Meanwhile, look at a triple trap outside of the other TP.
Yeah, and it's slowed PaperX down. They have to consider this.
Launch over to the side of Showers. Tell Ethan pretty much everything that he needs to know. Could go for another recovery on that, but looks like he will just leave it on the floor for now. Fanning out. Devi works his way into Lamps. Players to check around backside. Nothing revealed quite just yet. Have to start realizing that it's going to be full frontal approach here from NRG as the defuse already getting started. They're not really in position. Something able to find the one, but he cannot find anything more. Brock will get the shutdown, and NRG will get up 9-4.
It just feels like PaperX might have had a misread on where this map was for both teams. You know, again, everybody's making changes, but NRG leaning finally into a double duelist comp, and it's working a treat. They've got so many layers. They're making great decisions in the macro. Oh, and they're hitting beautiful shots too. PaperX just gonna, a Bucky and a full armor for Jing is what you're going for.
And if this doesn't find anything, it will be quite the wasted investment. Go. Outlaw situated. Tuck back, avoids, tagging the Dizzy. Sends out a shot, clearing that Trailblazer. Now the Paint Shells as well, just to try to slow down the potential scale forward. PaperX for the moment, halted in their tracks as Kiko repositions here at Heaven. Back around towards that market side. Clone arriving in behind. They have to be suspicious that there's somebody else maybe ready to just go diving forward through that teleporter. Shuttle to the corner, the flash out, no one getting caught. Some stray spam, but Ethan on the peak is able to find Forsaken over on that short side. To try to overwhelm him, pushing forward in through lamps. Jing is able to find one. Mana now going to be taken down by the Classic. Quick clear of that Dizzy. 4v3. Not really any weaponry recovered off the back of this. Still the 3 Classics and that Bucky in hand. Versus the Outlaw, the Guardian, the Spectre. Some damage going to be found, but Jing takes out Brock. The push forward coming through. Kiko going to be good for 2. Jing finding himself a 3rd. 3 HP! As he's just there around the corner, layering in that other paint shell. The push coming in! And Jing pulls off the MasterCard Thrifty. Just trading it right back against NRG.
I cannot believe this works. I just cannot believe it.
As low as he is, he shouldn't be getting away with that.
I don't understand the game sometimes when Paper Rex is playing. It's like, just throw everything you know about how stuff is supposed to work. Unbelievable.
No.
How does it go? How does it do that?
3 health from the moment that he's getting that 3rd kill as well. So he kills 2 people.
While 3 HP. Of course.
Insane. Well, Paper Rex maybe with a 2nd lease on life after dropping that pistol. Still have the work cut out for them though. Doing that double digit from NRG. Just full Classics in hand here for the squad. Boombot chasing forward, clearing out guard, and Jing wanting to try to get the showstopper online will be 1 charge away. Meanwhile, Mana, what an angle from him.
Yeah, he's pretty quick behind this.
All the way past Caves, and if he catches Forsaken off guard, that will be a Vandal grabbed up for him. Right now, Forsaken doesn't seem to be reading this at all.
Well, he's looking the wrong way, but he's at least kind of watching his back.
But now eyes being focused forward.
Oh.
He's nade. Jing just boosting over the top of the Divine, not wanting to get caught by that damage. Now goes up over the top of the Mosh, able to find Scuba. Jing gets Kiko, Brock is taken down. Ethan will be able to find a kill, but now it is all just on the shoulders of Mana. See if he can find some additional damage to push forward. Divine able to draw off that plant fast enough. Guns him down, Paper Rex now within 3.
Okay. Maybe I'm starting to believe again. Maybe. Paper Rex just explodes onto the site there. Able to avoid that Seize Nade combo. Get up high-low setups. Mosh to clear some space of the tube, and then they just start spamming away.
All right.
Sure, why not? What a pull-up on for Divide.
Think about how long it took for something to get that first thrash online. This time, now has it ready.
Well, they're scaling crazy fast in the ult department. I mean, Divide's 2 away.
Here you go. Thrash through Showers first. Clearing that space, draws it back. In B, finding the catch there onto Ethan. He's just not anticipating that forward chase alongside. Pop flash in, wanted to try to double face, no! Kiko, Mana just doesn't join in with him. And now they're all at risk, but Mana will barely be able to win out that fight. Showstopper out, sent over. Not gonna be able to find the kill there, but it's gonna be another Mosh kill as something finds Brock. And Paper Rex marching their way forward onto these sites. Spike to be collected, Divide to get the plant. And Scuba slowly scale over towards Caves to maybe find some exits, but there's just no way to try to make a go of this, not even with how good he's been today.
You would think not. And this is just madness. I mean, Envy doing God's work over there in Showers. Set him up with the Thrash, and he's expecting that Ethan's gonna go for the reclear with the util, and he's got a perfect angle to punish it. Even doubles down in there. And that's crazy huge, because then they could scale onto site off the back of that. Nothing fancy, but it's just good shooting, winning you rounds.
Here's the exits. Divide likely to just join them there within the teleporter, so Scuba not going to be finding a further punish, not going to be taking another weapon out of the hands of Paper Rex. It'll just be that one Phantom carried over. As PRX break down the economy of NRG, and are just 2 rounds away now from tying it up.
And that's effectively a bonus converted there for Paper Rex, so huge, huge start. I mean, this, all of a sudden, I'm a believer that this might be very much in their hands. Just goes walking right into the Mosh. It's just so much smoke there, he has no idea. And the last time out is gonna be called, of course, it's NRG's.
No one at double digits quite just yet. NRG, be looking to try to get there. Zoom in point-based win condition. As mentioned, economy is in a very rocky state, so just that one Phantom carried over. Maybe some Sheriff purchases could come through, a Bandit perhaps as well. Seems like Kiko's going to be eyeing a Bucky of his own, given the successes of Jing previously.
And you don't want the snowball to happen here. You do not, as Paper Rex, want to see that op in Mata's hands anytime soon. Like, the longer you could keep them on the back foot before they could cycle into it, the better. Looks like they're going to invest a little bit here and there. Just have to wait and see. It's Bucky for Kiko. Obviously, the gun carried over, but Devi's got Seekers too here, so Paper Rex can do some work to try to be pretty thoughtful on the map. I like the way they're scaling with Util. I mean, we know this if you remember watching this team in 2024, where you can, you know, throw out the Gecko Util, throw out the Sky Util, and just kind of keep methodically clearing space on your way into the site. And now you have the Harbor in there as well to get a little creative with the walls again. So you can kind of cut off the site and force your opponents to either have to back away, respect it, try to challenge it, potentially face a follow-up from either of the initiators.
Just looking for a catch. Mata giving over that Phantom. Jumping from Devi. Spot out. Just take a little bit of damage. We'll just send the Trailblazer through. We'll be able to confirm that double presence. Meanwhile, Jing getting ready to swing out from a wider angle. Finds the first, and Mata has to make his exit. Just TP's out. They will be able to retain the weapon. All now set up, trying to keep that interest drummed up on the A site. In the meantime, Paper Rex already pivoting through market, getting ready to go through hookah.
Like to see this, like to see Paper Rex trying to sell a little bit of a fake. It is going to be disrespected though. Ethan already pushing through, TP taken by Mata.
He's joined in with the clone.
Still has his TP out, back to A-Link.
Pop flash through, and cannot escape this time. That's the Phantom now lost. Just Kiko with this Bucky. As the wingman will be interrupted. He's trying to snipe Jing out of the sky, but will not be able to do so. Brog frantically spamming with the Classic, as it will be Ethan, Classic of his own, able to take down Forsaken. Peek at the corner, but will be overwhelmed. Something to collect it. Another buy coming up for NRG. Have to suspect that that's what the timeout is about. This ult cycle's getting ready to come up for them. 2 now available. Can they win from there to hit double digits, or will Paper Rex tie it? They themselves, that Reckoning, as well as the Orbital, are nearly online.
This is a great round from Paper Rex. This is so well thought out. The bait and switch there with Devi and Jing, as Devi is using his util, keeping interest on his side of the map. Jing gets the kill, then they throw the High Tide for a little bit of a fake, and they're so ready for all the little tricks that NRG tries to pull through. Brock's the only one who really had a chance.
Oh, Jing is just sanding it forward. Ethan getting away alive.
Up in play for Mata. That's a big, I think, win condition here for NRG on this defender's side.
Oh, for sure. Kiko now tucked away there at short, but Trailblazer ends up getting cleared by Brock fast enough. Just trying to keep them honest. And Showers as well, as the Seeker's going to be let loose. Showstopper going to be lobbed in and ends up falling short, but plants his feet, is able to find something. Puts the spike down on the floor for a brief moment, but Devi quickly trades it back. Ethan now having to reposition, and Devi strafes in. Immediately finds the headshot. And NRG once again on the back foot. The op in hand, it's contained outside of Showers as the plant comes through. Jing at the same time tucked away here in the corner on that Showers exit. The clear coming in though, and Scuba will be able to do it, finds the buy as well. Suddenly it's just Envy and Forsaken to try to hold this line. The Molly already cycled in. Mata dialed in on the angle. Reckoning to be sent, Scuba to collect another kill. Envy trying to reposition. Slots down Mata, had it red, but pulls off the angle, but Envy cannot find the clutch. 2 players left standing, the op to be recovered. NRG stopping Paper Rex in their tracks. They will hit double digits.
And it's Scuba again, going crazy for NRG. My goodness, he has been instrumental for them getting these wins here today. Able to double down and Devi. What a reaction. Knew Jing might be up in that corner. Jing had so much to be concerned about in that position, and there was just no backup for him, and that double kill opens the round up, opens the op angle up. Phenomenal individual effort.
Now the Orbital, the pit, Dimensional Drift nearly there for NRG. They have a lot to try to snowball this right through to the end of this map. Paper Rex still looking to try to up the pace here. Peak getting ready to come in from Mata, perhaps. Just holding this pixel angle. Do they try to clear him out? Well, they will just go ahead and suss it out. Sends the shot, still going to be sticking around. Just clears out the Dizzy with the hop shot, now repositions back over to elbow. Orbital strike going to be called in. Paper Rex quickly backpedal away from this.
Delays their execute off this high tide a little bit, though. I think it might be tough for the timing now for Paper Rex. They have to rethink their plan. It's been thwarted.
Trying to consider what they want to do, because on the other side, there's still that pit in play on short. Cut of the noise. Brock now starting to rotate, but don't go ahead. On his way back in. Still peeking out. Mata able to find the shot. Jing going to be struck down. The Dimensional Drift now at the ready. The mask goes on. The push forward into the smoke, and Ethan finds Devi. 3v5, 2 players spotted there at Hookah. Paper Rex have been contained. Rotations completed. Full forces of the 5 of NRG making their way here. As Scuba arrives in Hookah, Forsaken a little bit late. Cannot save Envy's life. The plant coming in, the off shot. It's going wide, Forsaken still alive, but now it's the last one. Left to his own devices in a 1v4, and he cannot find that follow-up kill. He will fall, and NRG will get up to 11.
This is just great use of that orbital strike to completely deny Paper Rex the execute they want on the timing they want, to really nullify so much of the utility. They have to use so much. Oh, the reveal there from Ethan. Brilliant on the haunt timing.
It's just so chaotic.
Yeah, but
they try to push forward. No one's clearing that haunt.
That's right. And that's been a problem for Paper Rex. We saw it on Pearl, where there was a dart that came through that window on the A site that revealed a bunch and set up Brock for a big 3K. So, and this is something that plagues Paper Rex sometimes. These little micro things where they think it's someone else's job and they don't do it, and then the whole thing just crumbles. But it's really that orbital strike timing. I loved that. And you denied all that initiator utility from really finding value. Mata just baits it all out himself. Plus a Boombot was in there too. I mean, again, you have so much to clear space as Paper Rex, and there's great layers. Now Jing, deep into U-Haul already.
Just on the other side of that one, Mata around the back, able to intercept. Devi now taken down. Spike remaining on the floor. Jing has to retreat from this entrenched position, has to just give up all that space that he had gained. Solid shot, however, something on the peak. Catches Mata over in the cubby. Draws some attention back, but Forsaken just getting tagged up. Trying to walk his way forward. Yet again, onto this A site.
Oh, and he's calling the reinforcements over. I thought he was trying to bait.
Smoke gonna be cycled down. If he does have the orbital, a walk forward and something. Finding Kiko. Ethan still there, but eventually flushed out. Paper Rex get this into a 3v1. Wingman with the assist on the plant. And it is Scuba who has been so damn scary. Trying to pull off a 1v3 clutch. They have the money. 2 players on Paper Rex already have the ultimate, so no reason to not try to play this one out. Forsaken just tucked away there inside the Lambs. Envy on the corner will be able to find the headshot. A triple here for him. The Paper Rex up to 9, not allowing for NRG to take this to match point quite just yet.
Okay, another window is opening here for Paper Rex in their ult cycle. They've got the orbital strike, they've got the thrash. Jing is right there for a showstopper, 1 away. So you've got a real chance here to get right back into it, to get those 2 rounds. And that round's just all firepower. It's just the shooting that really clears it through. Because they ran into Energy Stack and they were just blasting their way in. Mata TP through, trying to use the Prowler. That's not where Paper Rex is at all.
They are getting ready to push forward into
What
heavier stack, and Jing is dead. Sniped out of the sky once again. This time by Brock. He's got his eyes set on Devi. Sees him trying to make the exit. And all the Paper Rex scrambling to get the hell out of there.
Well, I guess you just expect them to play back behind the high tide and you could take the space, but they just disrespect it, walk in front of it.
The only real fortunate thing for Paper Rex in that is that I don't think Jing, he wasn't really able to actually pull out the showstopper. Just died too fast.
Well, you still have a couple to play with, maybe. But they need to go and re-clear the other side of the map, figure out what the heck's going on over at B, which is very little.
Trying to sell it, sending that guiding light over towards B long.
They're not buying it.
NRG, yeah, they're more than happy to just keep the numbers the way they are.
Going to be able to get value out of the Thrash here, to clear some space, or are you just going to hold on to it?
Smoke blooming, Ethan pulling back around the corner. Thrash not quite going his way. There's the haunt reveal. The Tane does come through. Kiko going to be caught. Brock now joining in alongside his IGL. They look for the spam, and that is the interrupt. Spike manually recovered by going for the plant. Will be able to get this one in play. 4v4 now in the pose. Scuba works his way across. Forsaken tagged down, just 4 HP, tucked away into the corner. They push forward, and Brock able to find that elimination, but he's losing his teammates around him. Ethan and Mata both going to be gone. 3v2 now.
One more, here's more.
There's another Thrash coming his way. Back pedals it. There's something maybe having a little bit too much fun there, but it's going to be Envy again with a 3K. This Paper Rex looking to stick around, looking to give us another 3-map banger on Split. They still need one more to tie it up.
Just able to establish site control there from Showers and from Hookah, and that's exactly what you want as attackers. I don't even know what's going on there. I just, as soon as he started going away from the truck, I'm like, you're just dead. You're just going right into the stack of NRG there, but Envy's really heating up to 16 kills now. Has been climbing the charts.
And again, though, it's fortunate from Jing that Brock is so damn good that he was dead before the showstopper could come in, so still does have that. A little silver lining. As Mata gonna try to go on a walkabout again, slotting his way down through that attacker spawn.
Ooh, that high tide, well, it just pulls Kiko Book up. Oh my god. This is scary. Just
Yeah, rotating around. Wingman trying to lead the charge. Pain Shell over to the Cubby. Flash up over the top. Jing catching that one though. That's a team flash. As now here comes the push, and Scuba finds him. Showstopper once again, not going to be seen. Forsaken trying to hold his own here within the smoke. Dials in, finds the second shot. One bullet remaining in this magazine. Goes for the reload. As Scuba able to find another one. Something now dead over towards Elbow. That's an outlaw recovered. Mata now arriving around the back. And if he can find even one with his classic, that would be huge, but the Seeker is perfectly timed. Manages to suss out that flag. Can't recover a weapon from here. Tag down to 33. The pop flash considered high. Out into the open, finds it, and Scuba will fall. 3K for Forsaken. 11-11. Paper Rex, they managed to tie it up. Not allowing for a Thrifty to be found. Is NRG once again get a bye?
Forsaken just so fast inside of that smoke. They came at him, but he was just better. That breaks things open, gives him a 3K. He's gonna have his ult. Jing didn't even rip as he died again before he could, so you know what? It works out in a way.
We'll see. 4 half armors for NRG, their own showstopper online in the hands of Kiko. Flash forward into the showers. Boombot scout the rest of the way. Is the crowd staying hyped up here in Santiago?
Not sure if Forsaken heard that Boombot or not. It was pretty shallow from Kiko. Maybe he did, because they're starting to rotate over towards B, but look at this push out.
Double push.
Nobody's watching this.
Hookah and Forsaken, he's
It's
got
a
the spike
spike
in hand. This could be him dead. Scuba, however, spotting out first onto something, and hits the transfer as Envy will fall. Looking for the stun, re-swings in, Forsaken got the near side on Amada, is able to clean him up, but falls as Scuba! Looking for an ace to take NRG up to match point. Paper Rex gotta be kicking themselves right now as Devi has to do absolutely everything. Scuba holding the angle, favored for it, but Devi able to deny. But I don't think there's anything more that he can really do. Ethan out wide here. At Fountain, the swing in, has spotted him.
30 seconds left.
The Void's taking the damage, clears the haunt. Spike to be retrieved. There's that Prowler. It's Ethan almost jiggling out a bit too wide there. Botch on the flash. Divide trying to figure out what he can do, but it's only 15 seconds remaining. Just doesn't have the time for this, surely. I don't think he can make it in for the plant. That should just be the round over. Ethan occupying his attention long enough, and there it is. This round is completely out of Paper Rex's hands. NRG with a vice grip. They get up to 12, and it's one more to go to close out this series.
I mean, Scuba, unbelievable. Just keeps taking space because it's given to him. And again, big time plays. Just another map where he's dominating. 19 and 13, has a Viper's Pit. Now you've got a Nightfall for Ethan to boot, so still some ults here for Paper Rex, but they got to get to a place where they can use them.
This is likely about to get very chaotic. Flash forward to Showers. Presence, the lack thereof, confirmed. Meanwhile, Mana, he's there on the back end of this one. Staying tucked away, opens up with some shots. Crashes back over to safety. 4 players, however, now in position from NRG as the showstopper's going to be let loose on both sides. Considering their options, and Jing does manage to come out on top of Mana, is quickly there for the trade divide, however. Finding Prog at the same time, puts Paper Rex back in the driver's seat for the moment. Push forward to Mana, cleans up Envy. Pop flash out of the smoke, finds another, something dead! Dimensional Drift now in play, gets the spot on the device, sees them all, has them corralled. Tuck back over the Showers, the exit. Forsaken, trying to send out the ultimate, but they are not safe for the plant, and Scuba rubs around the back of Divide. Manages to keep them protected now, a 2v2.
Oh, Divide is gonna go for elbow.
Like to play Mana, he's going all the way around. Didn't want to make a noise with that teleporter that might make them think that NRG are playing together rather than playing split with Paper Rex. Double stacking the angle here at elbow, the smoke. Keeping Ethan obfuscated for now. And he's anticipating this push. If they 3-2-1 go, that might just be him dead. The Haunt gonna be sent out, drags across, finds Forsaken, and now it is down to Divide. The jump peek the spot, the swing in, and Mana finds the 4K, finds the win. 13-11, 2-0 NRG. Advance into the upper final to square off against Nongshin.
They're the world champions for a reason. They don't mind getting down and dirty. That's how they like it. It's close the whole way, but NRG gets their revenge. And they're gonna face Nongshin next.
And Paper Rex, still yet a safety net available for them, but their last one, they fall to the lower bracket. And they will have to play against their former scrim partners in AG, all gamers, who just managed to show up and pull off one of the biggest upsets that we have seen, especially here at this tournament. Paper Rex are gonna have to contend with them as they are finding their form, finding their footing, but for NRG, they are still looking to be that first team to earn a Champions Trophy and then collect a Masters immediately after. It has never been done. But who better to make it happen than this NRG squad, than Ethan, the IGL, the only 2-time Champions Lifting Trophy winner that we have ever seen. They might just have it in them.
Champions curse be damned. Champions curse be damned. These guys are unbelievable. Playing their game, playing their style, and making it work.
For Paper Rex, back to the drawing board. Let's send it down here from NRG in the Verizon post-match interview.
NRG que se lleva la victoria y avanza por ese upper bracket directo a la gran final. And Scuba, sorry, I want to talk to you. So first of all, this was an amazing match. That last match against Paper Rex, you guys learned a lot from it, and now you came into the stage and had a really good read on them, even though because of the changes. What do you think was the main thing that helped you guys for this match today?
Last time we only had 1 day of prep, you know, with the re-roll of whatever happened there. It doesn't matter, but today we came in a lot more prepared, and last match I had a really bad match against Paper Rex, so today I made sure to bring it all.
Definitely. Y bueno, le estuve preguntando también, a partir de la pasada partida contra Paper Rex, ¿qué se pudo aprender también para poder llegar a este stage y simplemente amasarlos el día de hoy? Dijo que obviamente con el tema del reroll se tuvo muy poco tiempo de preparación, pero que sí definitivamente él él había jugado mal esa partida, pero ahora pudo volver con todo al día de hoy y finalmente ganar. So now we've seen also you've been really, really good and comfortable with the Astra. Personally, I just want to know, how are you feeling that your personal growth has been throughout this tournament?
Yeah, I had a really bad group stage, and it's all right, it happens. That's kind of how our team is. One game you're gonna have a really good game, one game you're gonna have a bad game. It doesn't matter to me, as long as we're winning, that's all that matters.
Definitely your team. You have an amazing team by your side too. Y bueno, básicamente también hablando de un poquito de lo que era la Astra, él dice que tuvo una mal performance en lo que era esa fase de grupos, pero que ahora en playoffs también está performando muchísimo mejor, está más constante y que definitivamente tiene un equipo increíble a su lado que lo viene apoyando. Now for my last question, you guys are going against Nongshim in that grand upper final. What do you think is one thing that you guys cannot miss for that match in order to win and classify for that grand finals?
We just got to bring our A game like we do every day. I'm really excited to play against that Danby guy. He looks like he's a bunch of fun to watch, so I want to see how it is to play against him.
Y bueno, hablando un poquito de lo que va a ser esa siguiente partida también en el Upper Final contra la escuadra de Nongshim, está muy emocionado, también quiere ver cómo va a ser jugar contra Danby porque realmente es una locura, pero vamos a ver qué va a estar pasando. Esto es todo lo que tengo por la entrevista. Scuba, thank you very much. You have any words for this audience that's chanting your name, that's screaming and rooting for NRG?
I didn't hear a word you said, but go NRG!
Oh, well, that's all we have for the interview. You're free to go if you want to take some pictures. Esto es todo lo que tenemos por el día de hoy, señoras y señores. Tomorrow we're back to discover who's, again, winning to get to the finals and win Master Santiago. Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody, to the desk after a pretty wild series. America's number 3 seed NRG prevails over PRX, advancing to that upper final. We're joined by Kiko. Welcome, man.
Hi.
But you've got to be feeling pretty good about that one. We finally get to see a raise map out of you. Obviously, the bind is not something we've seen a ton of from NRG, but you've got to feel good to take these guys down on a 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty big balls. We played some bind. And then, I mean, the power was always good for us, so it was a pretty fun match.
Yeah, talk about the team's approach to the match, because you went into 2 different maps where PaperX changed the composition on you. I imagine had to make a lot of adaptation on the fly. How do you feel the team approached that, and what players are really stepping up to make the right choices there?
Definitely Bonk and Strong had good prep for it. Like, they told us a lot about what the comp strengths are. So it was pretty easy just to adapt on the fly, and I think we're pretty comfortable playing against these crazy comps now.
One of the funniest things we heard come out of your comps is Bonkard telling you guys to shoot all the Pokemon.
Yes.
What is that supposed to mean?
It's just all the wingman stuff, you know, like it's just the comp.
Nice. And obviously, yeah, you know, you're going up against some, top quality players here. They're also hitting these sites really fast and hard. There's like a Bucky, 4K, Thrifty you guys get done in by. Pretty easy to let a team like PRX get into your heads, especially after the way series went last time. But looks like those timeouts came at a pretty good time. I think you lost round 2 in bind before your gun round, and there was a timeout called straight away. What's the thinking there? Was it just to get you guys sorted for that first gun round, or was it something else?
It was just Bonks. Like, he just wanted to talk about the comp.
Yeah.
Just like explain to us what it's good for, how they're gonna play. He's just telling us, it's Harbor. They're gonna. On their attack, they're going to pop everywhere with the hard wall from hooker, from close short, and you can't see over the wall, so from heaven. So
yeah, turning to you now, you obviously joined this NRG team right after they won champs in Paris, but this will be the first time for you making top 3 at a global event. Are there any personal feelings for you there to do this after having really worked for that goal for so long in EMEA?
I'm super excited to play for that trophy, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, I'm just excited to play, I'm excited to be here, and I'm glad that my team is like super strong.
Yeah, did your teammates give you any advice going into these deeper matches, the more experienced ones like Ethan, maybe?
No, I don't really. I think I'm pretty chill with being on stage now and playing with the crowd, so it's not really like an experience thing. It's more about like just playing good Valorant.
You got a couple of days off now, but what's your initial reaction to being the next team dragged out in front of Nongshim Red Force, this hyper-aggressive team, obviously, with Danby running about? What's your initial impression?
Danby's a little bit crazy, I'm not going to lie. We watched his Neon, he's jumping around with Judge, he's jumping around with Bucky. He's a crazy player. He creates a lot of space, and when he's on the Neon, it's crazy to watch.
Yeah, you guys are playing this kind of anti-meta, not really going into the double duelists as much. Do you think that you are the best team to beat Nongshim?
We have yet to play that kind of crazy level Neon, I guess. We kind of be playing the Waylay Neons, not the Neon Euro, so it's going to be interesting game for sure.
A little different opponent than the other ones you faced, you feel?
A little bit different, yeah, I would say.
Obviously, we just saw the bracket there as well. We've got some fantastic games in store for you guys tomorrow. Thank you, though, for the time being for joining us today. Thanks to Kiko for joining us here on the desk. Pleasure to have you, and good luck later in the week with NRG.
Thanks so much.
Congrats.
And, folks, we'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching Elimination Day. Do not miss it. So fun keeps coming at you here. From Master Santiago. See you soon.
Does he get caught? They're trying Belief. Oh my word, Leaf! Just where the buck stops.
It's kind of hard to one-tap Danby though. Like, look at that guy's movement. It's kind of crazy, but I'll try.
Yeah, okay, that's a lovely shot. Good pop flash. Danby though, gonna go down 3. Not gone down at all. I thought he was dead there.
Shorty 감사합니다. Thank you, Shorty.
Vested counter ult comes in though, and Danby goes flying. 3 critical kills, and Nongshim are back in business. Nice! It's Ivy to fall. G2 with a vice-like grip, trying to claw back into this. Oh my God! Danby, what is that? G2 up for the fight. Danby waiting, takes down Jaw. 3 players, and of course, it's Danby at the helm of their destruction. This is a lot to ask of anyone, and it's not gonna happen. Nongshim, it took a long time to get here, but my God, do they make it their own.
We've got the world champs taking on the winners of Masters Toronto. It doesn't get more hype than that, so let's send it down to the stage and welcome Paper Rex and NRG.
Still, though, the Armageddon Online now going to be invested, shoving them all the way back, and Scuba scaled forward, catches Forsaken off guard. Divine now joining in, Brock burning down, taken out, Jing has him with a molly. Thorns now as well to continue to delay on this defuse. Envy finding 1, Envy finding 2, as Paper Rex find themselves in OT. Rex running out of util.
Just give him space.
Oh, well. Didn't quite make it on top of the box, and Ethan will be able to shut him down, finds the follow-up. Divine out dead, and there's the closer, just a 1 casualty, NRG.
Oh, you little Bucky player, huh, Jing? You're trying to be like Danby? Not today, buddy.
If they 3-2-1 go, that might just be him dead. The Haunt gonna be sent out, drags across, finds Forsaken, and now it is down to Divine. The jump peek the spot, the swing in, and Mana finds the 4K, finds the win! 13-11, 2-0 NRG. Advance into the upper final to square off against Nongshim.
Who the fuck told you I wasn't that nigga? Who the fuck told you I wouldn't get bigger? 25 M's and now it's a sticker. Hating ass niggas waiting on